Hey everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope everybody is doing well. Sherry starting off with a bang. Thank you very much for that, Sherry. I appreciate you. Thank you. How's everybody doing? Hey Wah. Happy Beach, Kelly Mac, Caroline, Gary, Fiddle Dee Dee, Linism, Lovey, Sophia, Colleen, Bonium. Calls me see up there saying they don't go real life. Jada, Lenny, Rebel Soul, Ellie One. I'm seeing your comments in here, and yeah, there's some hypocrisy going amongst these streets, but that's okay. Hey, Lori. Um, quite the adventure taking place. Hey, Miss Fletcher, Butter, Denim, Poetic Justice, Tina, Titanium, Ghoulie, Jay, Mama Michelle, joining from my office this morning. Hoping for minimum interruptions, number 46. Thank you. Melissa B, J Fox, Viv, Jen C, Eeyore. A lot of Eeyores running around here. Hey, Kelly Mac. Thank you for the thumbs up, number 50. Newfie, Shelly M, Pearl's Girl's Opinion. OG Fish, you're back. Revival, Wah, JB's Mama, Life Rewind, Tinkerbug, Miss Ladderbird, Christy E, Hindsight, Socks, Betty, Proud Fur Mom, Amy, so many amazing people in here. Thank you for being here. Hey, Just Robin, Barking at the Moon, Gangja Mom, Grampy was 6 Grammys. I said Grampy. Woo, 63. Bug, good morning to you, artist. Did it change 3 times? It should have only changed twice, but that's okay. I had a change of topic. That's why. Hey, Kathy. See, at first I was going to give you all like a YouTube history and show you everybody. Well, you know what? Let's take a poll. Sorry, I just jumped down in the chat. So if I missed you saying, good morning and hello to you, I do apologize. Bonnie, thank you so much for the sticker. CK Horleb, welcome back. Thank you for becoming an MFer again. So I'll ask all of you, do any of you care to know who these people are that Brittany is pushing out to, speak factual for? Because I can show you really quick in a video, or I can do an entire live stream and give you like a whole history lesson. But I promise by the end, you will all be jaw dropped. Now, I don't know if anybody cares for that. I personally don't give two shits. I think these type of people show themselves in the end. But if some of you are a little confused on who these people are, I have no problem showing all of you. 5 months, my friend. Thank you, Jackie. Turning leaves. We got some. Hey, Jay. We got some yeses in here. Play it. All right. I'll play a little quick one really quick, and then we'll move on to my actual topic here. All right. Hang on to the edge of your seats. I know you might be a little like, woo, no way. And I'm going to be like, yeah, way. And you guys going to be like, what? But they're hypocrites. I'm going to say no shit. But if you guys want a little history lesson, I'll give you one. See, it all started when these two people came from what was called, have any of you ever heard of the anti-MM community? A McKinley Manor. Have you ever heard of McKinley Manor? That's psycho. Well, that psycho had a group of psychos that started following another psycho around, and that psychos, they ended up here. And from the moment they started their little trip on social media, it was full of going real life. It was full of flip-flopping, stalking, harassment, all the things. Two of the people, it sounds like a cult. Two of the people, right, Jesus, not them. Oh, yeah. Does anybody else, do you find it, so some of you know and are aware, do you find it ironic when Looney is over there being hyped up by Angela Potato? So I did a quick little, I didn't take much, right? I can do a whole entire stream on this. I've done it before, but I'm just going to give you a quick little example because I don't have 3 years to break it all down for you. But I will say this one particular person is the one who dubbed the nickname Griffney. So here's just take a little look. Oh, Angela, I bet you're big mad that you can no longer be in Jessica's ear poisoner against me. And I bet it downright chaps your butt that Jessica's thriving while you dingleberry onto Big Mama Medella over there, who's made a complete clown out of herself. Stay salty, Potato. It's highly amusing to watch you drift further and further into. So, what's funny about this is they're now BFFs. But Potato will tell you that the one making this tormented her, went after her family, doxed her, all the things. And now they're all friends. Sound comes up, don't worry. Gee, did I keep it on? Oh, here we go. We roasted the ever-loving shit out of Grifty tonight. No, keep up here. We roasted the ever-loving shit out of Grifty tonight. This was just a few months back.
Just the fact that they can freaking just straight up.
I'm clipping you later.
Like revenue that I would have been paid next week. That's November's. Do you know that? That's November's.
Yeah, it's fucking November's.
That's for November.
Bitch. Yeah,
and
we know.
So I don't think we have to play the entirety. I think it gives you enough of an example of who's now white knighting for Brittany Jay, right? All right, just making.
Let me just take a second and think. And listen, I'm not telling a lie about any of this.
I'm not lying or grifting.
You can go ask.
What you hear there is the voice of the channel Brittany's been pushing out. The one that says, I'm not lying or grifting. That's her.
Ask anybody that's been through it. Alex Erickson.
She keeps throwing Alex in there, really hitching her wagon to that house.
Ask her. You can ask Jay is for Justice.
Oh, looky there, Jay. They can even ask you, Jay. They can ask you. But what Brittany won't tell you all is that she did get paid that month. And when the proof came out that she was paid that month, she then said, I hacked her email. Why didn't you put that in the filings? Why didn't you put that in your filings? About being demonetized, Jay. This is old. Just giving an example of who her new friends are.
You do not.
The joke behind that one, Heather Brad, is that's a full-size violin.
I get.
All right, let's move forward. You get the point here.
Come on.
Oh, she does get next week's pay, liar. And here they are. This is that group again, now going after her again. So let's listen to this one.
My babies are gonna starve.
And I had no idea this happened.
And baby Jesus is saying.
My appeal, I would be good. I thought that today. I was like, well, I tried to get.
She is pushing that channel because what do you know, OG Fish? I'm now apparently the one that did all the things to her once again. This woman who dug into my minor daughter's social media, made a video out of it. This woman who passed around my entire family tree and had people reaching out to my kid's father is now saying she's a victim of mine. And these people do that. They flip, they flop, they point their little filthy fingers at everybody, but they will never, ever acknowledge what they did to the people they are now crying victim of. So I'm going to show you my stuff.
Even Jesus got 3 wise men to bring him gifts. But what about me?
Yeah, I don't get any fucking buddy.
Yeah.
This is who she's pushing out, y'all. This is who she's pushing out. Downloaded my daughter's channel, passed around my family members, said my mother looked like an well, it wasn't her, it was her friend. And my mother looked like an ADHD beaver. After digging into my relatives, that one? Yeah, that's the one, OG.
The YouTube robots took it away from me.
This is bullshit.
You should be donating all that money you made from exploiting this poor young woman's death to her family instead of sticking your grubby little roach hands out, Griffney. Now, she made this video, but unfortunately, she has it privated. She'll unprivate it in a few months when she decides she no longer likes her again. But for right now, we just, it's private. But I'll show you that it's private. Money over morals. Another video. Let's click it. Oh, let me watch, I say. Okay. I can't watch because it's now private, but
I have a lot of stuff about Brittany. Do you remember when she played that video about TT and then turned around and lied about it and said she had no idea that that was what my video is about? And I put out proof showing that I literally discussed it with her before she went live. And then...
Are you saying Brittany's a liar? It can't be. Could it be? It can't be.
When Sofa turned on TT and them, she gave me proof showing that they knew Brittany was lying, but it was more important to them to cover it up and keep quiet if it meant turning people against me and making me out to be a liar.
Yeah, you're always the victim. She's another one who's always the victim, you know. Yep, but I'll get there. So no, TT is not Angela. But TT and Angela ganged up on me 2 summers ago when Brittany Jay joined them, even though prior to that, they hated Brittany and Brittany hated them. At that point, it was so bad I got off the internet for the entire summer. That's how bad these bitches were. But what do you know today? Today, TT had to serve Angela with a cease and desist. I kid you not. Because Angela then started saying that TT attacks children and goes real life and does all the things that Angela accuses everybody of when she falls out with them. And Moon, your little excerpt from last Christmas will be coming out too. So everybody can see the true maniac you are as well, with your over there running your mouth and thinking you have some type of sense of common sense. Everybody saw you last Christmas. We recorded it. It's coming out. It's all going to come out. Yeah, of course she did. That's where Brittany used to sit over there and talk about my vagina, my butt, my looks. They used to say shit about my kids. Now, she'll deny all of that, and that woman's channel's down, but I am in contact, and it will be coming back out. No allegedly about it. So right there, you just saw she made 2 more videos. No allegedly about it. She also kept covering Kylie Rodney after it was ruled an accident because that was her cash cow. These videos are now private, so I'm going to show you that, but... Oh, it's private. Why don't you unprivate that video? Oh, what do we got here? Oh, damn, it went away. Wait, I'm going to say... oh. I'm telling you that whoever hated Kim Moore... When Kylie's mom asked her to stop, she said F you to her. She literally said F you to her because she was convinced. I'll show you all that too. I'm telling you that whoever was hated Kim more than you. This is whoever sent around my my minor daughter's TikTok. I did not see it, but they absolutely are trying to get Amber to come over. I hope you see this as a group effort to F and try to go real life on me with an RO. Do you see that? TZ's obsession, hatred of me. But now today, she wants you all to believe it was me. I'm the one who caused all the harm to her. Despite you seeing here, she's telling me the names of the people she was blaming then. This is what these people do. Abigail, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome. I hope your grandchild's doing okay and everything's going good right now for you. All right, so here's the videos that she privated. Always, Happy Beach. Always. Some of us have been around. Sorry. As you've learned, I'm horrible at contact, especially this time of year. I have an SF at Angela saying Brittany's bringing it on herself now with the Kylie overkill. Can I have it? I'll show it tonight. I'm roasting Brittany. Listen to this.
I know that the best way I can put the Brittany thing is like, you know, people have...
So this is the woman who made a video claiming, putting together all of my worst moments with no context. Listen to what she's saying to me here in this voice clip. This is all important. A history is important. Context is important.
Worked so hard to push Miss P out or push Lycan out. And that would be to somebody the equivalent of, let's say, Country Joe letting Lycan back in her chat. To you, that would hurt. Like you letting Brittany back.
See, at one point I forgave Brittany And her now best mod, who's only been there the past few weeks since this frivolous Rico thing had came forward, which we're going to get into Molly in a minute. This is her bitching at me for allowing Brittany in.
I'm just trying to explain it the best way I can. But that really hurt a lot of people, which I'm not going to go into it, but like you accepting Brittany back would be like CJ accepting Lagan back in her chat. After, you know, some people worked so hard to show who she was.
After some people worked so hard to show who she was. And I will show you that she was the voice you just heard was one of the people that worked so hard to show who she was. Repeatedly saying Brittany takes no accountability, that she pokes you, she's always blaming you. And guess what? It will all be deposed. But there's more,
Basically.
folks. Don't get disinterested yet. I promise.
Is that good? Because I didn't even listen to all of it. There's more. There's another one where she takes a screenshot of Brittany's thumbnail and it's actually Kylie. And she goes, at this point, Brittany's bringing it on herself. And then a little bit later, she comes in and says, hey, Brittany actually listened to me. And then she leaves a voicemail about how, you know, she told Brittany that she needs to stop using Kylie and blah, blah, blah. And Brittany changed the thumbnail. I just need time to find it. I'm just busy right now.
Let me tell you something about this injunction. If this injunction was as important as they made it out to be when they handed it over to Molly on October 18th, it would have been signed by now. Okay? No judge is going to sign an injunction that tells somebody they're silencing their freedom of speech. If you don't want criticism, get off the internet. Oh, absolutely. I said the same thing. I've even reached out to Brittany and told her she will take you down, Brittany. That woman had me so mentally strained. Every day I'd wake up to the drama. Did you see this? Did you hear this? They're talking about your kids. They're doing this. They're doing that. Every day she hypes me up every single day. And I became my best self when I got rid of her. And now she has her in Brittany's ear, and look at Brittany declining, both mentally and channel-wise. She will be your downfall, Brittany Jay. And I will too. Oh, she even would call me on Thanksgiving to tell me about the drama. My son's birthday, she's blowing me up. Oh, holidays didn't matter. Sue's Buster, thank you so much. Look here, she's so lying. Brittany Jay is such a bitch and a liar. This is what I have pinned.
She's going to parrot MJ, who was up there fucking lying. They weren't there. They don't know how I was treated. Fuck that bullshit. I'm not going to be, you know, scolded for telling the fucking truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth.
What's the truth, bitch? What
TT was saying was the fucking truth.
Oh, today she'll tell you all that TT was the biggest liar. Every single person this woman has fell out with, she has said they're real lifers and they attack children. I want you all to take a wild guess. Who's the real lifer that attacks children?
If she has stuff on me, it was the truth. Everything she has is the truth. Everything happened.
Yeah,
and
I'll
Holly
be getting it all from
did
TT.
go after someone that got hurt. Holly did horrible things. She can't, maybe she didn't know that Lindsay dug that deep, but Holly's done shit. Holly's done a lot of shit.
Maybe she didn't know that Lindsay dug that deep. How deep did Lindsay dig? Oh, I'll show you all in a minute. See, I wasn't really going to go this route, but we'll just get it out of the way really quick. It was weird seeing them all come in Country Joe's. Holly trashing Kim and Crafton, and Melissa and Brittany acting like it's Miss American pageant. Hello, beautiful. Hey, lovely. You always get nasty comments no matter what you say and do. For instance, well, we don't need all that. It's just a little example. Hey, Jiznik. Hey, Jammers. Oh, there it is. There it is. What is this? This is Angela sending me Brittany Jay's conspiracies. So I've listened to Brittany's last stream. She's really getting a conspiracy and not facts at this point. Yeah, same. They're really going to come for her now. Actually, I went in and they were reading the Sun article, and once I commented they're not reliable, she dismissed the article. It shouldn't take someone telling her the obvious. And Candy Boo's video was ridiculous. What's wrong with Kylie's mom hugging and loving on Sammy after Sammy bent over backwards to find Kylie? Especially if they were friends, all she has is Kylie through them now. Where'd all these videos go of Brittany's? She was analyzing memorial photos like there was something sinister behind them, says Angela. Oh, come on. That's what Cotton Candy posted today.
The only thing
Those two men take over her channel and say all kinds of off the wall crap.
I will say, to be fair, is that Brittany's always been into conspiracies. But she's gonna
So much so that she's now screaming Rico. You fucking maniac.
ride this out as much as she can, because let's face it, she's getting a large crowd, you know what I mean? And yeah, she's just going to play it out as much as she can.
She's being very disrespectful now. Oh, wait, no, go back. Where'd that go? She's being very disrespectful now. That video of kids blindfolded and putting another kid in a trunk, nobody even knew where it was or where it came from.
To play it out as much as she can.
This is her friends. These are her friends. I'll get dragged for making fun of DV and implying that Crafton has no job.
Sorry.
Damn, Brittany. The people you push out make fun of DV? Yikes.
No. This comment, melatonin
Wow.
kicked my ass in the beginning, but I got used to it and they quit working. That could also describe Crafton. There's a joke.
So for those who don't know, Crafton is currently in jail for once again putting his hands on a woman. He had 2 ex-partners before the third who he made a YouTube channel with. His 2 ex-partners have spoken out about their abuse. Once Angela found it convenient to hate bond with Kim and Crafton, she then joined in on the abuse towards his ex-wife, one who died. And they ran around saying she died of drug overdose. And she didn't. So Angela went from making this whole memorial video for this woman because she hated Kim and Crafton. She dug into this woman's entire life, finding her music, her photos, all these things, weaponizing this woman's untimely death, and then became friends with her abuser again. That's the type of people we're dealing with, okay? So, I mean, there's much more. I just don't know. Fuck it. Let's just show it all. Just show it all. These people want to get so involved and now label me such the bad guy, right? These people all work together now. I've literally begged this creator to quit mocking my DV. People actually send him tips to harass people. He's lost monetization on several channels because of his continued abuse. This is the guy I have the RO against, that they're now saying is bullshit that I have an RO, but for years agreed that he was beyond abusive. Stop harassing me, a DV victim. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Oh, I ran over my first husband. So you didn't run over your first husband, Angela? I ran over my first husband. People judge Chris saying he has like 5 ex-wives. Well, what does it mean about the woman that has 5 ex-husbands? I digress. That's fucking nuts. The entire list is hers. They tried serving her twice. Oh, this is where she gives me Lindsay's address so I can serve her because she says she's a stalker. But, you know, here we go. Lindsay is obsessed with you. Lindsay is ban evading. I just used it to dox Lindsay on Moon's post. She's going to pull a Lindsay now. These guys are friends now. Lindsay's such a heifer. Lindsay's live making threats, by the way. Lindsay probably had a slight mental break. She didn't know I had all of that. This woman utilizes personal conversations to harm people. That's what this woman is. Yes, it is not that potato. It is not. Oh, here's your address, Lindsay. Her address? They have problems finding her. Because according to her, Lindsay, you have 4 ROs. Lindsay is making all about her. Typical. She's a fucking liar. She one time one exploited her child. Just one. Oh, they found her autistic child in the middle of the night sitting on the train tracks. I thought you don't speak about kids. Woof. Actually exploit, not Lindsay's pretend shit. Lindsay brought your ex here. She ran over her ex or joked about it. She sits with Lycan, who says short bus, and Tiff, who faked cancer. She's with Lycan talking about someone's custody, now exploiting children. Yikes. They're all now friends, though. Oh, real victims don't tag. You know, I have kind of, every time Angela would get clapped back for poking somebody similar to Brittany, she would turn around and say she's a DV victim, so you're not allowed to respond to her. And that's what this person's saying. You think you can poke and not get a response? Actually, at several points had to tell Angela to stop. You're making shit worse for me. Stop. That's what cracks me up when she now accuses me of being behind these audit accounts that are going at her, responding to them. I don't ever ask my moderators to do anything that brings more heat on my back, and she knows that. Oh, you think that clip, they're all friends now. All this does show how insecure this dude is with his own sexuality and manhood. Wow. Okay. But there's more. I mean, unfortunately, there's just too much. Some of it didn't send through, but I don't know. How does this have anything to do with the Watts? I don't think, oh, so these people originate from the Watts community. I mean, that could be how. It was Rebel Soul. Actually, here, these ones I think are important to show you all. So not only did these women torment each other for years that are now friends and running around together, but they tormented other people. And I'm going to show you how much so. These people that cry victim, they put themselves together in a chat called Hell Chat, which is outside of YouTube. It's a Facebook Messenger. And what they do is they just go at each other. And then they come back to the internet and they all cry victim. But it's like you're deciding to be in these chats, right? I mean, I don't know. Oh, go ahead. I was going to say, I don't know how much of this is even worth showing, but I guess it is. I didn't really care to give them the attention they've been seeking. Just want to prove a point that these people that Brittany's now like pretending are her friends and, you know, pushing out and telling people to go look to further harassment against somebody after you file litigation. It does just show a lot of who and what Brittany is. And it baffles me. Baffles me that people don't see what's going on here. I mean, I'm guessing that free attorney didn't advise his clients that once you file litigation, you stop speaking on the people you're claiming you're a victim of. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you think that would make more sense. Because every single day, my countersuit gets stronger and stronger. Like Brittany currently stating that I asked for that video of her children. Well, don't you know I got something to show you all. Now, we're going back 4 months. 4 months. This is about the same time Brittany was on a panel, and she thanked Queen Bee for never playing that video. And she also said that I stood up for her, right?
Funny. Mm-hmm. I remember all that. I call her Roachy. Yeah. Roach you can't renovate and ain't cockroach fucking eggs on your kitchen counters. Fact. Ew. It was filthy.
It was
nasty.
Filthy.
It was, man. Traps, like either if you're gonna stream, like at least clean. I'm one of those people. I'm nosy. I own it. I mean, that's why my avatar is what it is. The old lady glancing through the thing. When people upload pictures, I'm the type of asshole. If I see clutter, I'm zooming in. Brittany me too. Clutter in her background all the time, right? and especially dead flies. Like, have some self-respect.
What, Abigail?
Change the shirt from what you wore yesterday and get the damn and put up a new fly trap. Get down the old one. Like, what are you doing?
And not to keep. That is interesting. We're going to get into why that's very interesting, in my opinion, Maya. And just hold on to your hats for that one.
Bringing up that video about her kid twerking in the background, that house was disgusting.
It was healthy. Guess what, girl? I never even seen the video.
Boom. No, Abigail. Now, and you delete IT. Great. What are you talking about, Abigail? I don't know what you're talking about. The only time anything gets deleted. Oh, because you said see the video. Okay, Abigail. Yes, that was deleted for my own protection. I'm so sorry. There's certain things we can't allow in the chat, and that's one of them. Who just heard me say, girl, I never even saw that video? Ouch.
I never saw
It
that
was
video.
disgusting.
Said it twice.
But I heard that it was like that. It was filthy. Yeah.
It
Well, and
was.
after that happened, for those who think Brittany's some like poor, single mom struggling to get by and whatever, after that happened, she went live and said, my kids each have their own PlayStation. They each have their own Nintendo Switch. They each have their own TV. My kids get whatever they want. They're spoiled, blah, blah, blah. Well, ain't that, they each have their own phones. Well, ain't that nice?
Huh.
But yeah,
Right.
you're asking people to pay for your tires and pay for your bills and give you gas money and yeah.
She's worse than Natasha ever thought about being. And I never thought I'd see somebody worse than Natasha.
Hello. I defended her, Maya.
Well, I don't know if she's worse than it. She don't really have the financial support Natasha had, but at least with Natasha, she owned it. Brittany does this weird dry bag, like, y'all don't ever put your credit card on Google Play. My son spent $75 today and I don't have it and I'm not able to, or when she's live, she'll get a notification and be like, oh my God, they just took $50 out of my account, y'all, and I don't have it. Oh, what did you do? What did you do? Oh, I told you I didn't have money for Roblox. I can't give you Roblox right now.
Facts.
And then the
Or my
audience is like,
son
"Here's
likes to
money
get
for
chicken
Roblox."
nuggets after school and
Yeah, what a luxury that is. Hell,
right.
do you know my son's been asking me for
All right, so 253.
Gonna blame me. She's gonna go at you. She's gonna go at Mel, but she'll never go at me.
Oh, she's gonna go at me. She's gonna bring up that video again. I already know. I don't give a fuck.
Does she not realize that video reflects more poorly on her than it does you?
Because she keeps talking about it. I mean, yeah, I do too, but she's lying about what was in it and shit. No, bitch, shut up.
So listen to what just a few months ago she claimed that video was that she's now using for her grand victimhood.
Well, and let's talk about that, because if that was part of let's say that was part of Sebastian's story and there was a video like that, you mean to tell me that bitch wouldn't be talking about it or playing it? At least you censored it as much as you could.
Yeah, you couldn't see the child at all.
Yeah.
It's important to hear that part. You couldn't.
I just remember I got a screenshot of something the one time, because I was mad at you for it, because I defended Brittany on it. I felt bad for her, but do you remember what the title of that video was?
I don't remember. I deleted it
Somebody
off
said
my
that-
everything. I don't even.
So you hear that? As I stated, all I wanted to know is what was the title of it. Because one of Brittany's current white knighters told me that the title was very telling, that it seemed like they were begging for her attention. And I don't know if that's true, which is why I'm here asking. And what does Cotton respond? She no longer has it. Listen, I don't agree with Cotton did. You just heard me say it. You just heard me say to her, I didn't agree with you playing that. I thought it was horrible. Nobody should have played that. I actually helped her. We helped her by blowing up her phone and then defended her on it. Because at the time, SpongeBob, there was memes of SpongeBob twerking. We defended her on that. I never asked for that video in any capacity. I wanted to know the title.
I don't even remember.
Because somebody said the title was something like "Mommy, look at me," or like something trying to get her mom's attention, and people believe that it wasn't even the child that did it. But I don't know.
I don't remember what it
Boom.
was.
She don't remember what it was. Okay, just making that clear. So let's get over to these messages, because these two now fight for each other. This is the person that's against bullying. They zoomed into somebody's live stream to look at their medications and then told everybody to report them. Tell them you don't want any information, but you feel that you need to report what you know and how you know they are psychiatrists, that she is a danger to herself and others. So you do go real life. Justin, is Lindsay's mess cleaner. You're doing terribly, though. It's obvious what happens. I think we're starting to walk that fine line with kids again. She should really stop exploiting her child. Shut up, Angela. I cleaned up to my own accord. You should probably keep her child out of your filthy mouth. Wait, who's exploiting their child? The one that accused you of years being interfering? Aren't you the one that backed up the creator that reached out to her ex-husband, the father of the child, who's a registered P-word, and hosted him? Oh, I know, Wei. I'm fully aware. I'm just clearing my name from the fact that I never asked for that video. I simply wanted to know the title. I asked her if she still had that video because I wanted to know the title, not because I wanted the video. Why would I? I stood against it then. Oh, prison gang. These guys are now friends. Here she is, down the bottom. This is the one that Brittany's pushing hard for, the one I called her Griffney, the one whose voice clips I played. And this is her right-hand mod that hypes her up all the time. Here's Lindsay, or your family, but I can prove mine is being stalked. We go down here, and Angela asks, like you stalked Jessica's family? Jessica being me. But Angela will tell you today that that woman doesn't go real life. What? They're currently friends. You got to wait a few months. Then you'll hear the truth again. You would be surprised about a few things yourself. Move along. Threatening people, dox them, try to find their families and friends, play victim, and exploit my daughter when do it back. This is what Angela made about the person she's now white knighting for. Do you think any of these people are telling the truth on each other? Or you think they're currently hate bonded? Here she is, the one that claims that I harmed her daughter. Do you know that my daughter is scared to march now? That she asked me to take her to get a restraining order? Do you know that this woman brought her daughter on her 18th birthday online to curse us out and raise money for an RO? And guess what happened? They never did it. Cursed out adults. Do you not realize maybe, just maybe, she has given me stuff from this side of the situation as proof what Paula has done? So in this screenshot, it's Paula that did it. Angela does because Paula went after her kids, but never like this. I will get the PPO. Y'all are awful, disgusting people. You should be ashamed of yourselves, but you aren't. Well, I'm not in this. So who's she blaming in this message? Here's Angela. She has been saying this for almost 4 years now. Only thing she accomplished is getting herself in more trouble. Oof. Oh, here's proof. Look at how she talked about me and my family. Yep. Didn't she call in on Paula and make up crazy stuff about doing porn around her children? And here's that woman going real life with a fake tip to FBI to try to get another creator's children removed from them. This is who Brittany sits with right now. This is who she's pushing out. She uses her child for sympathy and to get others attacked. It's gross. Bet you don't say that today. You are the most overly dramatic, gaslighting piece of shit I've ever met. Nobody's stalking your kid, and since you bring up Paula, you could have gotten her kids taken away with your false reporting and saying she was luring your kid into a P-ring. I know what you did. Shame on you, Lindsay, for further exploiting your child. They're all friends today. Oh, this is rich. I forgive it and get along with a lot of people, just not gaslight and real life liars. She exploited her child yesterday. When your core friend group wants nothing to do with you, that's an issue. How many of your core friend group wants anything to do with you, Angela? Then she tried to make them all look bad, even if they didn't say anything bad. All anyone has to do is look at the facts. Nobody was even speaking in here. Here's the woman now blaming me again. But over here, she's blaming others. It was Paula in this one. Paula fixated on me and my child to the point that I know, and my daughter will be granted a PPO. You guys want to know what she recently did for a PPO? You'll be floored. Mind you, these are the same people that say getting PPOs are going real life. These are the same people that said I'd never be granted one, but here they are, you know. I promise you a judge will not care about gaslighting. They will stick to facts. Yeah. You don't even stick to facts. I mean, there is more if we have to keep going. Like, how about this? Does anybody find this meme funny? You want to talk about anti-bullying? Does anybody find this funny? So there was a woman on here that had a really bad live stream. During the live stream, the woman claimed that she took a handful of pills and was going to take her own life. She doesn't have to retract it. It's already in my countersuit. Keep talking, Brittany. Again, that free attorney didn't advise you. So this poor woman has this episode live where she threatens she's going to take her life. This is the meme of the woman who's now pushing she's a victim and to stop bullying. This is the meme she made of that woman. When you're trying to stay positive and have fun, but your depression is still lurking in the shadows. And if you look at the shadow, it is horrific. This is who Brittany hangs with. This is who Brittany sits with. Mocking something like that. Angela is the biggest attention whore on here, and she is downright obsessed with you. She is with me too, but to a lesser degree. This is who, again, Brittany sits with. Actual picture Granny sent me one time of a really bad episode she was having. Don't share with anybody. He photoshopped my photo onto a current struggling addict's face and pushed it around that it was true, telling people, so was this recent? Who the heck took the photo? Her dealer. I had people that truly cared about me reaching out to me, believing that photo. If it wasn't for the fact that this woman had a music note on her arm and I don't, this would have ran around as factual, and my whole entire family could have been harmed by this. This is who this woman, Angela, now sits with. I think you should totally ignore Brittany moving forward. Her playing victim is turning people. Let her keep poking at Natasha. She has nothing else. Now we're back to, the one that calls her Griffney. So Angela can go put stuff out about Moon and I, but now they're all friends. I didn't know that you were live when James did that. That's why when I went down, I acted surprised because I thought it was from a previous stream, but I get it. Did you see Brittany said she's going to get a lawyer? I smell another grift. I got the email at like 7 a.m., but not the attachment. The attachment came at like 4, but I was driving, then cooked dinner and jumped live. I didn't want to give BJ Voices a head up. Yeah, let her bury herself asking for lawyer funds. She's such trash. Fucking scamming people at Christmas. I know, Talisa. And my attorney's working on it. So this woman, me and Brittany Brittany accused us of hacking her emails. And that's why Brittany claimed then that she was getting an attorney. Of course she wasn't. Again, this is who she associates with. Oh, she doesn't talk about kids. She doesn't talk about kids. Okay. So it has, and it's really is unbelievable. It is unbelievable what this woman has done. Again, Brittany opened up litigation with me, but now she's out here pushing these people that have harassed me and her for years. But because they're hate bonding, just like she forgave Cotton Candy, right? Just like she forgave Cotton Candy until it was no longer convenient to forgive her. Don't advertise that asshole's channel in here, please. Right. And I have more than that, Scooter. That was just a quick look. I have way more than that. I think you people would be baffled at how much I have. That was just a quick little run through. I could do an entire live stream on these people and what they've done and what lies they have told and how far they go and how they claim every single person they fall out with is this. I mean, listen, you can go check it out over here. But I'm done with that. Let's get into SF and what's currently happening with this, so-called litigation. Oh, okay. Let's do this one, actually. So at this point, this Angela was over there white knighting for a woman named TT. She refuses to listen. She says she stands by her opinion. I was somehow pandering. Listen, one of my kids is blank. I would never tell any of these fuckers, but I didn't want to attach to that comment. I sure as hell is going to tell anything to these people to use against me later. But while she was friends, she lied about all these things.
What she believes. And I'm sure it's fucking.
After 2 years of supporting me, you now claim I go after kids, yet with zero proof, as your friend actually does, and here you admit it. Now, there were times that I got upset that my family was being exploited, and I would say things like, would it be okay if I fucking did it to theirs? But show one single time I actually did. These people gang up, they hate bond, and they gang stalk people. I even have Angela herself saying I'm being gang stalked by these people.
I'm going to tell her about my child because I don't trust her, because she uses people's children to go after them. I don't trust her. If anybody fucking needs to take a break, it needs to be Jennifer. Honestly, she needs to take a fucking break.
She defended this woman until recently. I put this all out almost 2 years ago, I think, or a year ago. Now she fell out with this woman, and you all take a wild guess. Put a 1 in the chat if now she says that this woman attacks people's kids, goes real life, and is dangerous. Take a wild guess. Yes, Erica. Take a wild guess if you think her tune has changed. Oh, here she is talking about Paula. I didn't want to even mention this, give it any attention, but it's got to the point of just being out of control. Foul's group, which she has Paula as a mod, is now doxing, putting up people's pics. She puts out very dangerous accusations towards people she doesn't like. Didn't I just show you all messages of her defending this woman named Paula? Yikes. One thing I will state is Paula has doxed my mother. She not only used my mother's name to send Kim and Crafton at the time emails, but also Natasha. Wow. But when you need them and when you're hate bonding, you forget all this, right? And you say everybody else did it. It's truly amazing. It's truly, truly amazing. And of course, there's, tons more, and you can all see for yourselves the way that woman really operates and the truth of who and what she is and how far she goes. But actually, I made this video because she was currently sitting with these people and white knighting for them as she was accusing me of all these things.
Really over the top. Natasha now has this little group.
Yeah, but Brittany is definitely bringing this on herself now.
Group of very hateful fucking people. Glenn, Kim and Crafton, voices. I mean, they're beyond just typical asshats. They're wishing death upon people, and as I said, they would probably buy tickets to be at her funeral. It's beyond like hate. It's really over the top.
It's important to note that when I made this video, she was friends with all these people again. She was friends with all of them again. That's why I made the video. And I said, Doesn't Angela currently sit with all these people? Now she's back going at voices.
And there's Miss P who's not helping herself. She was doing well.
Yeah, isn't that interesting how times change and tunes change and, you know, all of that. So that was just a little history there. I mean, again, there's tons more. How much do we really want to get into it? I don't really I guess if I decide to go through it all again, but I have videos showing Angela in here telling me how much that woman dug up my family and the woman she now sits with and how much harm she caused her and how horrific it was. And yeah, I mean, they all just hate bond. And let me also tell you, some of the people that are now suddenly like coming together to defend this woman and or allowing her in their chats have already came to me and informed me that she was emailing them behind the scenes, including doxes of my family and my loved ones. But y'all against real life, right? And for fuck's sake, if one more person's going to say that I called Seth Rogers the P word, produce it. Produce it. But you can't. It doesn't exist. So that's just a small little smidget of history and what exactly these people are and how deep it all goes. I mean, I have plenty. I did a whole stream here. I've done plenty of streams pointing out who this woman is and what she is and how far it goes and how creepy it is. She's also the woman that lied and said that, you know, I sent her a photo of my butthole and she kept that lie going and going. And I know people laugh about it. Laugh about it all you fucking want. The more people I continue to use it, the costume, all that shit, it just helps in my counter. And I've already warned Angela, you will be held accountable for the actual harassment and bullying and stalking you have done over the past 2 years. People think they're safe because they think TT streams are gone. They're not. They're never gone. Matter of fact, here. Let me unprivate this. And y'all can go take a look. See, I thought I was done with this bitch, but obviously she's over there hyping up Brittany so much so. Brittany, she will be your downfall. She will be your downfall. Give me 1 second. Oh, Poetic Justice, you have no idea the lengths they go to. Serious now? Just a minute. All right, so let's get into what really matters here, besides the fact that I have one hell of a counterclaim. Let me check this in. All right, so hate true crime and other stuff. She will. She's already done it. And then Brittany will say, well, I'm a victim. And yeah, you know, if you guys don't support me 100%, as if subscribers owe her 100% loyalty. No, they have a right to know what they are getting into. Matter of fact, let me unprivate all of these streams I did showing you all who and what this woman was. Because I think it's important that you all understand the lengths that this woman goes to hurt people. And I do mean hurt people. And that's what she does. She hurts people. I thought this woman she was like a mother figure to me. She's 20 years older than me. She has a daughter my age. I confided in her. I trusted her. I was brand new to YouTube. She latched on to me. And for 2 years, she was my right hand. And the reason we fell out is because I didn't like the person she was supporting anymore. And then guess what happened? She now doesn't like that person. And everything I said about that person, she now says about that person. But that's what earned me that great lengths of betrayal. Do you know this woman lied to everybody? She said something about she had a mammogram. And I told her, I was sorry to hear that. I'm praying for you or whatever. She goes and tells everybody I didn't care about it. And, you know, oh, Miss Norris, this has been going on way too long. You have no idea. I mean, I even have Brittany on panels with me from 2 years ago. How many of you know how this actually started with Brittany? Oh, you want to hear middle school, Lazy Wolf? Guess how me and Brittany's fallout came to be? I think you'll all be shocked. Let's get the thumbs up to at least 450, and then I'll share you all what led to me and Brittany being where we are today. You had to wait a few days, Andy. They mimic to use you. Yep. Yep. Oh, they do. Like in this video I just shared to you all, I show you how they lie and they manipulate things. They said that I mocked somebody's, or I threatened to make a troll account. No. It's absolutely true. For anyone new, I myself fell into her BS briefly, just as telling the truth. It's horrible, Tammy. It's the most dumbest thing you could ever imagine. Heather Brat News. Don't advertise them, Cash. That woman would get up there and she'll talk in a soft tone and she'll convince you all that she's a victim and people believe her because she talks like this. But all I have to do is show you all the smallest clip of this woman and how she would just go on and on and on about the drama. Even when I would have to tell her, Angela, I'm not in a place to take the drama. Oh, what's this flashback? Let's see what this is.
You know, here lately, there's been this narrative going around.
This is from 2022.
Where people are in, like, they're saying it, like outright just saying it.
Yes,
and
Sherry.
then outright and just, well, not outright, because it's not outright when you're being passive.
But I wasn't dating him.
People are coming out saying that, or insinuating that I'm fake. That I'm a fake person, and that don't let my sweetness fool you. That's not who I really am. Or watch out for the sweet ones, because they will, you know, those are the ones you got to worry about. Let me ask a question.
This was 2 years ago.
Try to be nice to anybody who is not hasn't done anything to me.
Blessed
that
be the fruit.
Warrants or who hasn't done anything to me that warrants a negative response, right?
Yeah. Always, right?
So what do you do? How are you nice to? Because that's the point I'm at.
This is from 2 years ago.
How can I be nice to people without people accusing me of being fake? Do I need to come on here every day and just start shouting and cussing and?
Right, because you're even a victim of people saying you're fake. But hold on, I just found this too. These two are the new advocates for Brittany Jay. The heroes here to validate her return in victimhood. I just see something pop up. Hold on. They completely backpedaled. Lindsay started. Brittany doesn't have to show who she is to me again, ever. She's a trash person. This is her mod. This is her mod. Dun, 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 dun.
Brittany said you were disgusting for putting up Sabrina's comments. And I'll have to go back and find it. But Sabrina her comment was pretty nasty and offended a lot of people. But Brittany made it turn like she was talking about her son or Without Borders' son, because Without Borders' son just did a video or something. So she twisted it and
So for those who couldn't see it, that screenshot says, I find it so trashy when Spectrum moms want to make a huge deal about their kids' DX diagnosis and out their business because they think dealing with an extra kid makes them a saint. That's what that says for those who
Border Son, because Without Border Son just did a video or something. So she twisted it and made herself look like a victim because of you highlighted Sabrina's comment. But Jesus, these people are idiots. They're freaking idiots. Well, most of the people were pissed at Sabrina's comment. And then she went into just me talking about her. And then she's...
For those who don't know, this woman has put out my personal conversations for 2 years out of context. It's not every day. I'm not one that likes to put out personal conversations. I'm not. I swear on everything. There's people that no longer like me, that have said the worst shit about me, and I still have never exposed their private conversations. But I will expose the truth when it comes to me, okay? And this is the woman who is currently hyping up Brittany that she is the ultimate victim of mine. But you'll see in this video here.
Said that you're a liar, that she never started stuff with you. It was always you going after her for no reason after she tried to support you. That's a fucking lie, because we just tried to have some peace with fucking Brittany. And the freaking chat that Rena added me to with her, she ghosted it. She ghosted the chat, and she...
Are you guys hearing this? You guys hearing this? Huh.
Ghosted Rena. Not just me, but Rena. And then she never was going to make peace with you. She's a fucking liar. She's a liar.
A fucking liar. Liar.
And Natasha offended me more than anybody, saying we all have mental instabilities. She's the one that's mental. Is our lawyers dumb?
She now defends that woman too. Oh, let's pause to read, motherfuckers. I love a good read. Brittany has never stopped trying to get people to pull support. I'm trying to find a good clip of her saying, I don't talk about Jessica. She says it nearly every live she does. First, she worked for TT and now Boyd. And she's worked with Lana, Brutal Mafia. Basically, anyone they don't like is working with Jess. Yep. Ooh, I love a good read. Love a good read. She says it almost every clip. Oh, they found one. Shocker. So she just said MJ's mask is slipping, but she sounds like the mean girl. But who has lost multiple friends this week? 138 to date that are accounted for. 138. This isn't going to go well. BJ pretends that she's so innocent, but I've never bought her act. I had a gut feeling the first time I heard her. Oh, hell. Let's hear it, Angela. What you got? What you got, nosy bitch? Take notes, Cash. It is. That's the point here. We're going back years. Oh, it moved too quick. We're going back years. What does this say? Oh my God, everyone is running around and slandering poor Brittany. She did admit that SS wasn't fake, though. Oh. Play it. I'm sure I play it. Brittany is really playing victim right now. I started listening. What happened? She just says she's scared to go anywhere now. What happened? Nothing. She's being dramatic. This was June of 2022. June of 2022. What she claiming happened? I have no idea. I just woke up again. Wow, I thought something happened the way she's talking about it. Nothing happened. She's just being dramatic. Oh, pause. Brittany didn't do anything for morals. She used Lindsay as a weapon. And of course, Megan left Mod Chat to get her way. It was awful what he did, but how are all these people victims now? There's Brittany. Well, Brittany isn't known to be honest. You don't say. Brittany Jay took down that live with like in his side eye, calling me a fake victim. I'd never accept an apology from Brittany Jay. So yes, that is being the biggest person. I just feel her apologies are as fake as her. I can't even be in a chat with her because I don't trust myself not going off on her. She hurt me deeply and her fake BS makes me nauseated. This is her current mod. She's a liar, Brittany Jay. I never showed these before, ever. How can these SS have been the issue then? I'm getting mad. Oh, you don't say. Brittany was lying on you? How's it feel? Brittany Jay's an idiot. Brittany Jay is on her own planet. She's so lying. Brittany Jay is such a bitch and a liar. They completely backpedaled and Lindsay started it. Brittany doesn't have to show who she is to me ever again. She's a trash person. Dumbass Brittany Jay. She's like my hall monitor. This woman would fit in great if you guys are hiring over there. Chat is getting messy. Brittany was only going to Andrew you. She is starting shit and needs to go. Sorry, Jess, just being honest. I don't want you getting into crossfires of something that is not your fight. Brittany is a damn liar. Now Brittany's, so truthful. Brittany J gets on my last nerve. Sent me SS of me in Lana's chat. I told her, do you think I forgot I was there? Like, what the fuck? Oof. Current mod. It was weird seeing them all come in. This is where they say they act like the American pageant. Brittany blames Kim and Jessica for getting her wrench removed on Dorothy's. I can't believe the flipping. Wasn't Brittany J just kissing Jess's ass? I'm messaging Brittany. That's bullshit. Look how she treated me for not turning my back on Jessica when they did. Now she's sending her hearts. That's so wrong. It was my day because they supported the wrong person. I'm sending her a statement she already admitted to make, so I don't think it's wrong to show you all. This is Brittany. After this, if you can continue to support Jessica, then you were never my friend to begin with. Oh, so now we're going to get back in history. Oh, did she? Wow. I'll tell you all what this all is pertaining to. Oh, some voicemails. I love that.
Listen, when I was in a chat with them, I had told them a lot of private things, and she not only laid them to Holly, but she tried to use it against me to kiss Holly's ass. So
I will never forgive her backstabbing, pathetic ass. Brittany, that is.
I don't trust her. She will take anything personal about you and twist it.
Oh!
And she's just fucking fake. She's fucking fake as they come.
The irony.
And with me, I didn't even know you, but some of these other ladies you were friends with. So they tried to get in between friendships that you had with some of these people, which is fucking disgusting. If I would have known Bren was going to show his ass, I would have sent you the voice recording of him rooting on fucking Brittany Jay for going up on that panel and just being a total bitch to everybody. I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to talk to anybody right now.
This is what she sent to Brittany.
And you are a liar. I was there. I heard what was insinuated. You really don't want to fuck with me right now.
Brittany Jay just wants to talk about Lana because what Lana did to Melissa, it doesn't matter what anybody did on her channel to anybody else. She just wants to talk about what Lana did to Melissa. You can bet on it. So, and then what's your issue with me? Well, I was in your chat and I told you to stop discussing Granny. And then y'all kept going on and on and on. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to comment anymore today because I'm still fucking pissed off.
Brittany J is bizarre. I wouldn't doubt she was half alien. She has a conspiracy for everything, even things that don't exist. She's paranoid of everyone. Rico! What changed? This is just a little taste of what I have. The same people painting BJ as a victim are the same reason I have everything I need to expose the truth. Not situational truth, the actual truth. Can I get an amen? So I'm done with that, though, because really, I could do this all day. I mean, you guys want access to these videos? I blocked them all. I private them all because I was hoping that this would just all be done with. But you're all more than welcome to go check it out in real time, see what these people really felt, see how they all literally, and I do mean literally, for years, acknowledged that Brittany would poke, and then cry victim. Nothing has changed. I've gathered it all in a nice little beautiful binder. I may bedazzle it if I have time to go right to my attorney for my countersuit. Did anybody hear Molly the other night? Anybody been paying attention to Molly over there? Hey, Molly, are you watching? I heard you making a little mockery of me last night. I found it to be cute. Put a 1 in the chat. Does anybody pay attention to Molly? Put a 2 if you're like, no. I mean, I know unless you put like bigger names in there, you don't really get seen much, but it does happen. So I heard Molly the other night. I'll let all the 1s and 2s drop, and then we'll get into another. I'll do a 3 and a 4 to switch it up. Who was the first person to come out with this filing? Anybody remember who the first people were that came out with this? Well, she's been over there saying a lot of interesting things lately. Oh, I got plenty more to unprivate when you know what I mean? If you want these videos, you want years, you want a background, you want to know how far this all goes back. A lot of people covered the protective order thing between Lana, Truth and Transparency with Melissa Jade. That's how far back this all goes. It was my second day ever. I told you I'd tell you the story. It was my second day ever live streaming. And a chatter name, what was her name? I'm a something. Came in my chat, and a gentleman came up on my panel. Well, apparently, Melissa has such an issue with the chatter and was so pissed off I allowed her in my chat that they came in at my point what felt like a mob. And they were going nuts on me. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I don't even understand the problem, right? Nisi, thank you so much. That spiraled into this huge, big thing. I broke girl code by allowing Melissa's then ex on my panel. And at that time, nobody was able to get a hold of Melissa for a few days. And Brittany Jay ran around, and I still have the panels where I confronted you on it, Brittany. Brittany ran around and made remarks that if Melissa was to have hurt herself, it would be on me. Clover. I'm a Clover. It would be on me because I broke girl code. I kid you not. That's where it all stems from. Of course, I didn't take lightly to that. You're telling me because somebody chatted in my chat and was on my panel that if somebody was to hurt themselves, that would be on me? How many of you would forgive that? And then it came to a point where I spoke with Melissa and I thought we resolved it. And we were having a phone conversation. And about, long while into it, I realized Brittany's on the phone. This is before Brittany ever had a channel. She was just a sub. But she had GoFundMes. But I said to Brittany in that moment, I think you want to wear Melissa's skin. And I will never, ever, ever forgive you for what you have done. I will never forgive you for putting that on me. Because at the time, I had a personal situation with my own daughter. And I couldn't fucking sleep. That shit weighed so heavily on me. Second day live streaming. Okay? Second day live streaming. And I said from that day on, I don't give a fuck about you. I want nothing to do with you. Wolves in sheep's clothing. They're all about. Luckily, I still have those live streams. I still have a round table we went on where Brittany Jay admitted that she would speak about me every single day, despite me not mentioning her. Oh, it goes so deep. But that's why that juvenile, petty, stupid situation. Abigail, you have to stop writing that, sweetheart. Is why we are here today. Stupid. I know. It's really stupid. So Molly's over there, right? And I heard her. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. I heard her make a comment how they would never serve her this ridiculous Rico filing because she would never take it serious. And then she did this whole mocking me thing with the fundraiser, right? But again, who remembers Molly when she read this out on October 18th? I mean, we have it downloaded. If I have to upload it really quick so you can all hear it, I will. But do any of you recall her actually playing that? Oh, here it is. In this stream, Molly screams at me that I'm an idiot to not take this serious and that I'm going down, right? Because she had Tiffany.
Tiffany, I don't believe this. I just got this fucking crazy ass lawsuit from Seth Rogers.
What?
Uh-huh.
You got a lawsuit?
Anybody remember her screaming at me that I'm an idiot, I better take it serious, and I'm going down, right? Let's forward. I'm sure it's in here.
Barbecue lady is going to have
So
some problems.
here's me commenting. Thanks, but they have no proof of these accusations. I think the fact that you all have supposed legal papers reading out loud before I've ever been notified is wild, right? Now they're accusing me of lying. Molly goes on to say I'm lying. How don't I know about them? Yeah, right. We remember this, right?
Probably produce all those receipts for what she took in for those billboards. Because Catherine said something about that. Is including her
Okay.
being a plaintiff. He's covering her ass.
She's covering her ass, right? We remember. She says here she got it from Seth. You heard that, right? Anyway, it was very interesting. She yells at me, and they're telling me I better take it serious. I think it's here.
Let's really look at this, though, for a second. So...
Must be right here, because I see my girl say, wow, bye.
And that's why Tiffany's joining my fucking Patreon, because she's fucking the bomb, right?
Yeah, she's the bomb.
Shit over here.
Oh,
okay.
We find.
If I was a monetized fucking channel, you guys would have access to fucking everything, and I would give that to you. That's why I only give shit to my fucking Patreons. That's it. And that's why Tiffany's joining my fucking Patreon, because she's fucking the bomb, right?
And on behalf of now...
Why is he being... I'm not telling who sent it. I know. She's like, don't tell. I know.
No.
But she has since told who sent it. And ironically, she even showed the phone number. Anybody want to take a guess what state and particularly what town that phone number comes back to? Anybody? Take a wild guess. Because it don't come back to Betty. I want to see where she screams at me.
So far, I mean, I'm not mentioned. The thing
you just got yourself mentioned by reading out documents before they were ever served and passing around rumors and slander that I'm part of Rico. You just got yourself mentioned. Oh, love it.
Number one, so 1 through 12 lists all.
Anyway, Molly's now trying to say she's a victim, right? She took the bait. She's a victim. No, doesn't come back to Tennessee. No, it actually comes back to North Carolina. Free Granny Incognito. Did you change your name to Burrito? You are not the potato. Petty lawsuit for content. I agree, Swamp Searcher. You know what I heard somebody say last night? I saw. You guys ready for this? Wait, let me pull it up. You guys are going to die. You guys are going to die at this one. I could have fell out of my seat. Hold on. Oh, you guys are going to die. Oh. The amount of people that are now jumping on this for their personal vendettas, pretending that they actually care. All right, here we go. Here we go. You guys want to hear how stupid these people are? Ooh. Conduct yourselves now in the chat, all right? Are we all ready? Hold on to your tinfoil hats. Hey, Michelle. Never. Not even a little bit, Thor. All right, I'm going to show you all. Hey, Muffin. Hey, Nash. Now I know. Some of you may just fall over with laughter, but you ready? I was just saying that channel, it totally isn't me. I know it's you, which is why you're also getting a C and D. Has some good clips on there, including GW saying she would destroy evidence. And has that clip on there of her talking about buying a new phone. Did you see what these idiots are fucking saying? That me getting a new phone is destroying evidence. Evidence! Me getting a new phone is destroying evidence. Evidence for what? I mean, we got to put on helmets to deal with these type of people. Evidence. So now all of a sudden, first off, my new phone was well before this fucking frivolous lawsuit that I've not been served with. But those are the type of comments that come when these type of idiots put out these stupid type of allegations that aren't real. It is called defamation and slander. Oh, Jesse's girl. You weren't saying the same thing a few months ago. Yes, Jay, I got rid of evidence. Evidence. So back to Molly anyway. Back to Molly. You know what's so weird? I'm so despicable. I'm so easy to dislike, but over 1,000 people are here and over 1,000 people have thumbed up my videos. But poor Jesse's girl with an avatar of a monkey doesn't like me. How will I sleep tonight? I guess with my new phone. But BJ asked for new phones, and she's the one that followed the litigation, right, Bonnie? Don't you love that? Who's also hiding live streams over there? Anybody? Yeah, Rico evidence. There's no fucking charges. There's none. Just like my Betty over there slandering me. That I'm facing charges for Rico. There's no charges. Do they realize this injunction has never even been before a judge, let alone signed? I can delete my whole channel right now if I want to. That's like that idiot came in and said, Granny, you deleted a picture. What? Oh, I have all the evidence. It's gone on for years. Let's get back to Molly over here saying how serious this lawsuit is until she sat down and read it. Now she realizes how ridiculous it is, right?
Anyone listed in section 1.
Hey, TM, how come I haven't been served?
And then, I mean, and this just goes on and on. I'll have to go through this. Wow.
Wait a second. Let's be realistic right now.
Yeah, Swamp, you're right to an extent. But there's some things that are called defamation per se, which will fall under defamation. Accusing people of Rico, accusing people of deleting it. I mean, there are, again, I have attorneys, okay? Not one. I have attorneys. Oh, TM. Fancy seeing you here. How come I haven't been served? Let's ask that. You made it all dramatic, right? This was the most dramatic thing you ever seen. Why don't you tell me why I haven't been served? I'm waiting for it. If this was as real as you made it out to be, how come I haven't been served, TM? Right, because I've hired attorneys. So use your brain.
So Seth, wait, can I ask a question? All right, and I'm not being a fucking douchebag. I'm being honest here. Does Seth go?
Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, I came across some comments of yours, TM. Here, these were interesting, to say the least, actually. I think even saying they were interesting is kind of downplaying it, but I believe this was no other than you, TM, who made a video where you compared Seth Rogers to Chris Watts. Did you not? You said Seth wants Sebastian's tech back. Then the TBI goes live with a presser talking about internet crimes against children, and they are currently searching for 22 more children Sebastian's age. Sebastian is most likely one of them. Put my name on. That's why Seth wants his tech back. People aren't paying attention. That's what you said, right? Does Seth think he's a celebrity at CrimeCon? Imagine if Don Wells went to CrimeCon. Oh my God. Imagine if I pretended to raise $1,500 for a child and never did. That would be outrage. Then you go on to say, this shit is nuts. Oh, wait, what else do you got? Hold on. Seth is sus AF. Keep your eyes on Seth. He's shady AF. Seth first, Chris Watts. Aren't these you? Oh, Artist Creek, thank you so much. These are you, TM, aren't they? Wow. Different tunes. Different tunes. It's amazing how people... Oh, you do too? Wait, good. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Artist Creek. Thank you. It just popped up. Anyway, so I don't know if you realize, TM, but what you participated in was defamation per se, right? You were part of the first two that came out here and put these allegations on me. Do you know one of the biggest things for a countersuit of defamation? Anybody want to guess? Is when you take the filings outside of a courthouse. Yeah, maybe I am, my ladybug. Maybe I am. Okay. So that's one of the first things. When you take it outside of a courthouse, not only did you, TM, participate in it being taken outside of a courthouse, but you participated in spreading around the slander. That might be problematic.
Oh, this is like, wait,
Thank
Don came to YouTube for help.
How about the people now trying to put this and tie it into Candace? I want to get to the part where Molly starts screaming at me because TM tells her how serious this is. Oh, here it is. How did I come in like a bat out of hell? I asked you a question.
And wanted people talking to keep the kid's name out there. So you got these people.
Intent is established.
Keeping the child's name out there.
Locker.
But you don't particularly like what they're saying. How are they stalking, harassing, getting in the middle of the case?
Hey,
Polish. The thing is, the problem, I'm sure that a lawyer will tell you, is that pesky little burden of proof.
Oh, that pesky little burden of proof. I love hearing those words. Like when you're sitting on a panel and you're saying, I've called Seth Rogers a P word. Did anybody provide that burden of proof? Oh, they made it so serious. The dramatics. Oh my gosh. It was the most serious thing ever. Hook, line, and sinker. They took that bait. Hey, Lip Locked. I can't even see her no more. She's still in here. Get her out. But yeah, the burden of proof. Do you know none of these people have proof? Do you know we have proof? Hey, TM, have you saw all of this? Here, let me show you something. You might be shocked. As shocked as everybody was when they found out you never wrote that fucking check you claimed to have written. Remember that? You might be shocked like that. But here, let me show you something. I know, it might be hard to believe. Hey, you ever see this, TM? You ever see where this woman who's a plaintiff that lied on her sworn affidavit also lied claiming that she worked with TBI? And I just so happen to talk to TBI myself. What do you think of that? Nothing to say, do you? Because as good old Fisher says here, your suit is only as strong as your weakest plaintiff. They got a lot of weak plaintiffs. That's right. Say it again. The plaintiffs have to prove my guilt. I don't need to prove my innocence. I mean, a filing where one person completely lied on and another admitted she's using a missing child's case for free attorney go at granny. Sounds valid. Yeah, you might be shocked to see this. I've never seen that document before, but we have on the Dallas Police Department's website. Literally the same exact document. Huh. Very interesting stuff. But that's not all. They're all liars. I literally have some of the plaintiffs emailing me shortly before putting their signature on here. Do you know that you can't even claim harm that was done against somebody else? You can't do that. Do you know that nobody turns down a Purple Heart? You guys know that? How about that? You guys know that? It's interesting, right? Do you know the military does not involve themselves in civilians? I am smart. I am beautiful. I am talented. Yeah, tell yourself what you need to say, but you're also fucked. Fucked. Because what you don't know, TM, is the history here. Just like I can pull up everything from, what's that man's name, AB, and put that all out as factual. You know, TM, I can do that. It's been said that the plaintiff's behavior is irrelevant in this case. It's not irrelevant at all, especially not in my countersuit. It is not. It is not. Who turned down a Purple Heart? I am brave. I am everything I claim not to be, like a victim.
So basically, these people don't have money. So it's basically a scare tactic. Why didn't they just send a cease and desist? Stop talking about my son.
They have sent cease and desist.
Oh,
I don't.
All right. Well, that would. All right. I didn't know that.
The truth determined that one's a lie, TM. They have not. Did anybody see in the 300 and some plus filings of exhibits? Did anybody at all see a cease and desist in my name? And gosh darn it, people like me. But if you don't support me 100%, then you will hear from me. Wop, wop, wop. Anybody see my cease and desist sent to me? No. Oh, okay. So another lie.
So I didn't know that. And they still went against it.
The chat's not matching up to the words.
And
who got one? Who got one?
Who got one?
Artificial lady, the Stephanie lady that's mentioned, but there were only 2 people, I think. This is different.
This is
not a cease and desist. This is saying that they're
starting the procedure. It means that a procedure has been filed with the court. It means get yourself a lawyer.
What does it mean, Molly? I'm sorry, TM. What does it mean? What does it mean? Who wants to know why Granny has a fundraiser? And by the way, thank you all for fulfilling that in less than 18 hours. That was fucking amazing. Thank you all so much for the support you showed. What does it mean again? Say it again.
A procedure has been filed with the court. It means get yourself a lawyer.
Oh.
This is worse than a cease and desist. You can't rip this up and ignore it.
But you can. Just like you can shake your own fucking coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, but what do I know?
All right. So
I don't give
my
a fuck.
whole thing is
Molly's gonna see herself in a fucking
cyber
deposition.
harassment.
They mentioned certain news broadcasts that they've played. If you go to page
allegations and threats. All right. Now this is the thing. If this Granny's watching or somebody else gets an attorney and says threats associated, show me where these actual threats are.
Thank you, Molly. I didn't realize you actually said smarter things in this because I accidentally left. But thank you, Molly. Show those threats are associated with me in any format. Bet you can't. Bet you can't. Bet you can't tie a single threat back to me. Bet you that's why they don't have any of those in the filings, right? Did any of you see any proof? And how many documents were there in the exhibits? It was like over 300, if I'm correct, right? I don't know because I never received it. I'm waiting for it to load. Nonsense. Thank you. Did anybody see one singular threat in those exhibits? Just one? Great time for them to pull that stunt as well. Take down GoFundMe. Info drop by SF. Then 12 hours later. It was amazing. Nobody, right? Not one. Oh, here we go. Let's check this out. This should be interesting. Let me send this to myself. Non-threatening exhibits. Oh, TM likes to report channels. Yikes, don't you sit over there calling people P words all the time? Annette, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the MFers. South BHP are trying to censor others' opinions they don't agree with and intimidate certain people who they see as a threat to their agenda. Right. I really want to know who sent these to Molly. I mean, I heard her say here that it was Seth, but I don't think she meant that. I think she meant the filing was by Seth. But I am very curious who actually sent these before they were even, I mean, literally, they were just filed with the courts and then they ended up on this channel. How did they get there?
Well, you said it. You stated it. You stated here. Did anybody ever see threats?
I want you all to answer Molly. Did anybody ever actually see the threats? Now, I've seen threats. I've received threats. Oh, she didn't actually adore Molly. What she tried to do is while she was on her channel asking people to help pay her $400 bills, she was over on Molly super chatting her to get her name out. Cinder. That's what she was doing. It was all fake. It was all fake. Now, I've received threats. We know Jay has received threats. But did we see any actual threats that these people have claimed to have received?
Because all right. See, this is all right. That's not that's no one's fault in what's in the chat. If there is a direct threat against the Proud Feed or Seth or Betty or any sort of direct threat, you take a screenshot and you go to your local police department.
Wow. Look at Molly over there making sense. That's what you actually do. You take it to the police. Oh, Dark Horse. That's what I think too. BJ sent it to Molly and TM. TM acted stupid about it, then knew specific pages to go to. I'm glad you picked up on that, Dark Horse. So as it turns out, the phone number that Molly put out that joined her Patreon and gave her this information goes back to a particular little town in North Carolina. Huh. TM, watch coming up here is what? No way. Then says, turn to page 82.
That is where you start. I have never even been threatened directly. And people hate me a lot more than they hate Seth for no reason. So I'm just going to say, when have we ever seen anybody? When have we?
I didn't realize Molly got smarter as she read through. And then what do you know? Molly actually sat down. She read the entire thing. She realizes how bogus it is. Right, Molly? You now see it? Those comments I sent you were from the 11th, just days before certain people signed declarations, the 16th, and she's offering help. Oh, let me see. I didn't even read through them. So I just can't stand her. The fact that channel's monetized needs to change. She's trying to take away people's monetization. Oh, okay. I'll email you. These creators are so dangerous. They have no boundaries. Put a 1 in the chat if you recall TM accusing many creators of being pedos and in pedo rings. Does anybody remember that? Just know if you need anything at all, I'm here. You can reach out anytime. Hey, if you guys are interested in a little history here of TM, I suggest you go check out no other than AB Balance. You guys want a little history. I'm sure he still has plenty over there, but months ago, he hasn't done anything. No, he hasn't. Oh, a lot of ones in the chat. Holy shit. A lot of people heard you. Wow, that's dangerous. People's true colors always show. Huh. I believe those people in that chat and supporters of hers, they know what she did this morning. People might not say it, but they observe and they see. Shame on her. Huh. Reality wins. Imagine waking up every morning for people have their first cup of coffee literally daily and this being your life. Imagine being arrested because you won't shake your own damn coffee and that being your life. But what do I know about that? Oh, because I've been live for an hour. Should I go live in the middle of the night? Or is it okay with you if I go live after I drop my children off to school instead of being live while my kids are home all day and ignoring them? But we know what you support. Oh, she says she is a recovering addict. That's hard to believe. Who would? Oh, does anybody want to talk about that? Anybody going to call out the fact that TM over here is talking about people's recovery? Oh, creators who have 10,000 subs or more, if 3 people report it to YouTube, takes notice right away. Well, there you go. You guys take the advice. Take the advice of TM. Oh, GW better be careful. She gets slapped with a defamation suit. I love that one. Oh, TM. I'm one step away from a relapse. Ooh, you nasty bitch. Oh, I love these. So TM says here, Granny proved this morning she would rejoice if someone relapsed and she would exploit the fuck out of it without giving a fuck. Now, that's very interesting. I'll tell you why. Because you just acknowledged that what you saw in that video was potentially a relapse. And man, that says a lot more about you. How weird is that? So you saw what we saw and you immediately went to relapse and drugs? Wow. Okay. That speaks volume. By the way, hey, Sheila says, that's interesting. Here goes a highlighted chat. I get you blaming GW. However, QB very much set the narrative first. So how about the fact that 3 people played it before we ever even did? Yeah. Oh, now she's talking about people feeling scammed like they did when they believed that you actually supported Summer Wells. No, of course not. So these are all dated October 11th, just days before this injunction bullshit came out. It sounds like a swamp. I take it that way. I just find it amazing that she saw what we saw and she immediately went to drugs. I mean, you know. Oh, it was an absolute shit move and they know it. And they also know they're all in big trouble for it. I mean, again, the first thing any attorney will tell you as a plaintiff is to shut up. The amount of fuck around and find out that's about to take place, you're all going to be baffled and I'm going to be cleared. Very interesting. Thank you for sending those. Wow. Shit people do shit things. I'll tell you that. Into agreeing to their terms. That's why Nick gave Monday deadline. It would be dismissed by Tuesday before a judge by Wednesday. It's not the way civil suits go. Could be actual harassment, potentially malice to cause a relapse in targeted person. Yeah, I feel like it was very malice. Absolutely. The hypocrisy of these people. So anyway, wow. They were interesting to see. I'll tell you that. Nothing in life is free, especially a lawyer. Let me tell you how not free it is. How many people now have given up on speaking about Sebastian at all? You think that's free? How are people even supporting the idea that this woman took a 3 or 4 year personal vendetta and used a missing child and his vulnerable father to file this suit? You guys are okay with that? Can you imagine if roles were reversed and the Proudfoots did this and I went and put my personal issues with Brittany on their filing? I bet you the same people that are accepting that Brittany did that would be very upset about it. I bet you I never hear the end of it. Anyway, so of course, SF's over here putting people in their place with their stupidity. And I do mean stupidity. Today, Bullhorn Betty read an incoherent letter from a man I had to sue a few years ago. It was actually dismissed. Guess how many other people also read that stupid filing? But they don't, a lot of these people, I see you. Hey, Jem.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. A little confused with all of this, but can you hear me okay?
I can, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just super sorry you're going through all this. It's just so confusing to me. I don't know. I have so many questions.
I can see if I can answer any of them, but it is it's confusing to me too.
So, you haven't been served, obviously, right?
No.
And a judge has not signed off on any of this.
No. So first we have to be served and respond, and
Okay.
then the judge would look over this. Now, that's my understanding, but given that they try to put an injunction, injunctions are usually done for immediate remedy, right? Like
Right.
when you, and the fact is we are now, so it's now the 4th, this came out the 18th, so, you know.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? So, no movement, no nothing.
No, just more threats and, you know, slander, defamation, and all those things. But no actual, as far as this all goes, no. Now, I seen somebody say last night that every time Nick puts out a tweet, I get quiet. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard. I've been sick for the past few days. Like, why
Yeah.
would I get, the dude put out summer, spring, winter, fall. Fall, winter, summer, spring. Like, and you think, what? I'm like over here shitting my pants that this guy's trying to revisit kindergarten? Like, what?
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, what's there to be afraid of?
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. That's why I'm so confused. It just sounds, I don't understand. I just don't understand it. I don't know. Obviously I live in Canada. We don't have similar suits like this, but I've like never heard of something like this. It just seems so ridiculous.
It
to me.
really is. I mean, even if you look like their exhibits, I don't want to.
And none of them make sense to me.
Right, right. That's what I was going to say. I don't want to give too much away, but
No, of course not. And I don't expect you to. I just had a couple questions regarding that, like about not being served. And
isn't that amazing?
yeah, I mean, it's just so bizarre to me. It's honestly out of
It's
hand.
kind of like their intent wasn't what it was, exactly what people think it was.
Well, yeah, and how many people have now shut up about this, right?
Right.
Which
Or better yet, how many people were cheering this on, talking as if it was, like it was a federal thing and people are going to be arrested and blah, blah,
Oh, yeah.
blah, until they actually read it. And then
Yeah.
they felt like, idiots, like they should.
And so many people did that.
Yeah,
Like,
so many.
so many people. So at first, it was like, oh my God, this is so serious, blah, blah, blah. And then you read through the exhibits and it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Well, a lot
And
of it say, right? Because submitting news, like what do those news, whatever, what do any of those have to do with me?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's what nothing. None of this has to do with you.
Right.
In my opinion. I mean, I haven't seen anything that makes any sense at all. It's just all very confusing.
That's what it was. Many people don't research and talk on things they know nothing about. They jump the gun because everyone wants to have that aha moment. Breaking news, you heard it here first. You're exactly right, Lone Wolf. And how much is that worth at the end of the day? You know? No, and then to get the exhibits, you have to visit their website. How many of you were foolish enough to download anything from that website, let alone click it?
Oh my goodness. Anybody that did. I mean, just so crazy. I don't know what this is all devolved into, but it's just terrible. I mean, I think this is probably the worst I've ever seen it.
I agree. I think it's absolutely horrific. And, you know, a lot of people are just taking what was written in there and making it like it's factual. But again, not one person can produce a clip of me ever calling Seth Rogers a P word. They can't.
Exactly.
Nobody can produce a clip of me ever saying that he took Sebastian's life.
Exactly. And I would even venture further to say even beyond you, which is not even in your control, but even in the chat, I didn't see anybody doing that either. And I've been around a lot, you know?
Nobody has. It's literally insane. And then you
really
have Dog the Bounty Hunter, right? So he's off doing his little tour. So Dog's doing his tour and he gets called out. He gets called out by people that paid to have a meet and greet with him, but he didn't show up.
Oh,
So
really?
of course, oh yeah. So he blames it on the hurricanes, which could be true. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
But he doesn't offer a refund.
Of course not.
And the more backlash he gets from that, what do you know? He then says a portion of what he raises will go to Sebastian Rogers for when he is found.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Very interesting.
It's baffling, honestly.
It is, because this whole thing, if people can't see what their intents were with what they did, then they're really more foolish than I ever thought they were. Because it
Really?
is so obvious what actually took place here and what their intents were. And then I did see, who was it? Was it Dateline that recently got involved? Yeah, so Dateline. So Dateline actually tweeted out about Sebastian Rogers, right? Now, Nick then retweets that. So people were like, oh my God, Nick and them got Dateline's attention. No. You know who got Dateline's attention? Heather Cohen, the fired PI. Yeah, I'm going to pull it up in a minute.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's fantastic that she was able to get their attention, but the fact that they're over there trying to take credit for that.
Of course they are. I mean, look at the crew of misfits. I mean, it's
yeah, you got a parolee, a 4-time protective order person facing criminal upcoming charges. And these people are putting all their faith in them. Like, oh, I got threats tonight, but I sent them to Nick. Not your police?
Like, exactly. Like, where is one example of somebody phoning the police because of these threats? Where is one example of an actual threat? I have not seen one.
No.
I just haven't.
I haven't either. I mean, I've received them. Mine are with my police, but as far as they all go,
where they should be. And that's where they should be.
Like claiming that your serpentine belt was cut, but you didn't contact the police?
Right. Like, who wouldn't? You know,
matter of fact, let me give you a little example. So in the declarations, right? In the declarations, Mrs. Burrito, she goes and she talks about the day the alleged FBI person came to her house, right?
Yes.
So you know how declarations go, like 1 through 9 or whatever, however many they put. So let's say on number 3, she states that she was home alone with just her grandson.
Oh, yes.
By number 5.
Yeah. I mean, the contradictions are endless.
Yep. By number 5, she states that her son answered the door. But I thought you were home alone with your grandson. But wait, it gets better. Because while she was over in the chat where this was all being spoken about, Mrs. Burrito says that her son pulled up as the guys pulled up and he got out and shook their hand.
So
So
yet
did he,
another contradiction.
right,
So
right.
3 contradictions.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm not going to, as fan, I'm not going to, respectfully, I'm not going to tell you why I think I haven't been served, because I'm going to let my attorney speak for me when it comes to that.
Smart.
Yeah. I mean, any of you can conclude to whatever you think. I have a reason why I think, but so yeah, so they're like sworn declarations, right? Like, and also Uncle Taco stays in the declaration that he's Sebastian's actual uncle. Well, that's a lie. You lied under perjury. I mean,
I just
it's,
can't.
yeah.
I just can't. And you know, the thing with BJ the other day, basically admitting that she just took this as an opportunity to go after you. That's basically
Right.
what she admitted to.
And then saying things like they're going to have channel subpoenaed, and no, you're not. No, they're not.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
And
I
to
mean,
admit that, well, it was free. Who want to get in on it?
exactly. What do you mean? Like, that makes no sense. If somebody has truly wronged you, defamed you, ruined your life, ruined your career, whatever, you know, blah, 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 you would have gone after them sooner, not waited for a free opportunity, as she called it, an opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to go after somebody you've already had beef with way prior to this case and involve it with this. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous to me. I just, I don't know. I'm baffled.
Well, how about this? How about this, Jem? How about the fact that this filing was filed under the guise that we were interfering in the search efforts for Sebastian Rogers, right?
Yeah.
So this was presented like once they do this, they'll be able to bring Sebastian home. So at
Right.
first, it was presented under the guise of being for Sebastian. But the more you listen, the more you listen, the more you hear them spew out that this is for their own personal agendas. If
100%.
anything else has been talked about, you should get on this too. Well, I thought it was about Sebastian.
It's clearly not.
No, now it's about her feelings. That's it.
It's so messed up to mesh the two together. You know what I mean? Hurt feelings and whatever from years back to involving it in this case. It's just so bizarre and wrong and just feels so gross. I've never seen anything like it.
Me
And I've
neither.
seen a lot.
Especially when you go through and nothing really mentions Sebastian in it. I'm just, again, I'm shocked that anybody who claims to be true crime couldn't see through this. I'm shocked that anybody who claims to be here for the kids would be okay with what they did here. I don't give a shit if you like me or not. You don't have
I
to
agree.
like me. But do you stand for what you claim you stand for?
Obviously not.
Obviously not. Exhibit 35.
Exhibit 35. Exactly.
And then Sean keeps putting more threats in chats. Because one of the plaintiffs who started litigation with me can't shut up about me. It's the first thing an attorney's going to say. Maybe not a free one, because he's probably never even spoken to Brittany. I mean, I go as far as to question if these attorneys are really in on this. I'm being honest here.
You know what? I feel you there, because I just haven't seen anything otherwise, except for those couple of interviews they did or whatever, and obviously the filing itself. But other than that, there's not been any movement. It just seems so, I don't know, not right. I don't know how else to say it.
It kind of feels like what they would call a slap suit. Like, it feels like this was payback for hurting people's feelings with my freedom of speech.
100%. 100%. I don't know how anybody could ever prove or say that you've interfered in searching for a missing child, and to even bring that upon you, like in your name, is just so disgusting.
Yeah, it's horrific. I'm going to grab a drink really quick, Jem. It'll take me 2 seconds.
No worries.
Okay, sorry. I saw Seth tell BJ to call U.S. Marshals on Queen Bee. Yeah, I mean, that's really what's happening here. And it honestly, as much as I dislike Seth and I dislike him even more, no rabbit hole. I dislike him even more now. I will say that he got himself, again, go back to the beginning. All the professionals, Heather Cohen, who was just, featured on Dateline, was fired. Chloe, fired. They were sent cease and desist and all these things. And now he surrounded himself with a bunch of people who have no real good intent, who are drama fueled and drama loving. And he's stuck in this cycle. I mean, when you have to, honestly, it's infuriating.
It is infuriating. I don't like to speak badly of somebody who's going through grief like that, because who knows what you would react like, right?
Right.
But
he has a bunch of vultures.
However, like you'd think after all these months have gone by, that discernment would tell you that the people that seem like they're on your side are really not, and they've just dragged you further into drama and less from trying to find your child.
Yeah. I mean, and then you have the fact that I made a video on this one. You have no other than the spokesman himself admitting that they have a plan. All of them admitted. The spokesman, 3 plaintiffs got up on their platforms and admitted that they have a plan for Betty with these POs, and this was their plans. This is what they came out with. Their plan was to defame and file a frivolous lawsuit against 2 women. And they're going to try to connect Rico and all these weird things with it and all this, and that's going to get Betty off of her criminal charges.
In what universe?
Universe, right?
Like what?
And not only that, but she also writes in her declaration that I'm the reason she got arrested. You think a judge is ever going to look at that and say, this woman from Pennsylvania is the reason you got arrested in Tennessee?
Absolutely not.
I made you commit a crime? It's the most dumb thing I've ever seen somebody put. Almost, besides the one that contradicted themselves in one other,
well,
from 3 to 5.
There's a lot of them Exhibit 35, for sure. But I mean, it's not funny, but it's so absurd. I don't know. I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around the whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah. And the worst part of it all is that they are leading people, and each person that leaves these dumb comments, you're helping me, but they're really leading people to believe that I'm looking at 20 years in jail, okay, and that I'm the reason Sebastian isn't home. Do you know how dangerous an accusation that is?
Absolutely. It's beyond dangerous. It's defamation against you. I mean, I don't know much about the countersuit you're discussing, but it truly is defamation against you.
And the best part is this defamation. Right. I thought it was Clue's fault. I thought it was Queen's fault. Right. Wasn't it always somebody else's fault? Now it's mine.
Yeah. No, serious. In what way? Like how?
Right. How am I to blame for that?
It just makes no sense. It makes no sense.
I mean, imagine if we could all say, oh, I got arrested because of this person.
Right? Exactly.
And I don't think these people also realize, well, let me share this tab. Pennsylvania recognizes defamation per se, which is when a statement is considered so harmful that the plaintiff doesn't need to prove actual damages. In these cases, the legal presumption is that the false statement harmed the plaintiff's reputation. False accusations of criminal activity. Oh, look at this. Loathsome disease. Like, I don't know. Going around. Oh, we'll get to that. Statements that someone engaged in sexual misconduct. Well, I got many comments claiming that I am Chris Proudfoot's sixth wife. Statements that someone engaged in behavior that was incapable, whatever, with the proper conduct of their business, trade, or profession. Incompatible. So stating that because the way YouTube operates, right, based on algorithm and, hosting people on panels or, collaborating with other creators, calling that a Rico, But the biggest one here, false accusations of criminal activity. These people are saying I'm going to jail for 20 years for Rico.
Sorry, but
I know, and people believe it.
well, people will believe anything. Yeah.
I mean, they're really
Some
eating this
people.
up.
Some
And
people.
Some people, right? The people that want to believe it. The people that already don't like me. The people that are, already blinded by hate or dislike. And even some of them have admitted to the absurdity of it all. But yeah, I mean, the more this goes on, the better it goes for me. So they can keep saying what they're saying. Just like, Brittany over there claiming that I sought out this video of her child. Well, in the courtroom, you're going to have to explain how that video got on the internet.
And what was up with that? That part made it. I've had some insomnia lately, so I was up last night listening to a little bit of that, and I just didn't understand how your name. Well, of course, your name always gets involved when it comes to the two of you, but in that particular instance, I just didn't understand why she would. I didn't understand why she would think you were the one that was, I guess, originally to blame for this screen recording.
She knows I wasn't. We have her on panel admitting that I defended her at that time. Matter of fact, you all want to know who originally saw that video first? Her moderator. Her current moderator. I had nothing to do with that video.
Yeah.
I came out and defended her. I did a whole stream defending her.
Which, I mean, I'm glad that you did. I didn't know that. I also didn't know you to be or hear anything. I'm not hear anything. Sorry, see any proof that you were involved in, releasing it or disseminating it or whatever. But no, I didn't know that you did a stream defending that, because you should. Because honestly, anybody that would use that against her is pretty terrible.
Yeah. And I didn't even like Brittany, and I defended it. I mean, if she says that I could play this video, I'll just drop it for you all instead. But she even says in this video, and I'd say, and look, there's that bitch. She defended me. No offense. Yeah. No offense needed. I did defend you. I had nothing to do with that video. Never saw that video. I have a video proof of me 4 months ago asking Cotton Candy if she saw that video because I wanted the title. Because again, Brittany's current moderator told me that the title was bad, that it looked like they were begging for attention, and I want to know what the title was. I never asked for that video. Why would I want that? I was against it, completely against it.
I don't know why anybody would want that video, to be honest.
Agree.
And I would be very sus of anybody that does possess or ever possessed it.
Yep. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I did hear that she is telling people that she thought she was just going to be a character witness. She does have a current mold who was giving me stuff, like proof that her moderator has her 13-year-old daughter monitoring and downloaded all of my live streams.
All of them?
Yes. It's very obsessive, weird behavior. All of them.
Yeah, think?
I mean, go through my live streams to see how many times Brittany wasn't spoken about. Like,
right. I mean, can you imagine how time consuming that would be?
No, and I can't even imagine having a child be involved in that. I just think it's ludicrous.
Sorry, did you say their child was doing this for them?
Yes, their child. Also, this is a good point. So apologies were made by Cotton and over, and BJ brings it up. Not only that, but Brittany forgave Cotton.
Yes.
That's crucial to understand.
Sure.
I mean, I disagree with Cotton did. I called her out then and I said it. She still knows. I told her when I was on her stream, like, I don't like that you put that up. She did have it completely covered. I still thought it was wrong to even re-air it. But at the end of the day, like, where does the accountability really land?
Apparently with you, Granny.
Right. Apparently
like
with me.
Somehow.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how this all ends up.
Always me.
In your lap. I mean, these particular things it just doesn't add up.
This is what I've dealt with for years, and it is so tiresome. I don't know if people remember, but Brittany came up on my panel during the summer. We were discussing Sebastian. She came up and derailed it, and the first thing when she did when she came up here was bring up my child. The first thing she did was make an allegation against me pertaining to my minor child.
Really?
Yes, Jay. We have it. And then I have her when she came up on Queens. And I apologize for the statement I made pertaining to hers that she's now back crying about. And she fails to tell anybody. I did say that. It was horrible, and I should have never said it. But should that bitch have had my medical papers on her stream? You don't think that's against the law? You don't think that's in a countersuit?
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Putting up my medical papers and misrepresenting what they say because you can't fucking read them?
Surprise, surprise, her reading comprehension is terrible.
Yeah. And then all the jokes and everything that chat was saying pertaining to my lady bits. You don't think that's all downloaded and entered? I mean, again, people can make all these claims they want against me, but it all will come out in a courtroom.
It just seems like it would be such a messy and long battle, you know?
Yeah, but thank God when you find attorneys who see how ludicrous this is and they're willing to take out that long, messy battle. Because I am, at the end of the day, going to clear my name. I don't care. I've been dealing with this for so many years now that part of me is like, okay, I'm glad that you put your name on this filing because I will finally be able to prove myself.
Well, she started it.
She did.
So
she started it back then, saying I broke girl code, and she keeps it up to this day. It's been years of it.
So many years. I mean, come on.
And then to put that behind Sebastian, I don't know.
That part is especially disgusting. Honestly, that's especially disgusting.
No, they used to. So I swear, those who don't like Queen Bee now run at Grady. It's the same with anyone Grady speaks with, all taken out on Grady. Funnier, many were loving Grady. So yeah, so that's such a good point. So a lot of the people that now like are, you know, just a few months ago were like, yeah, we don't care about Grady's past. It's from years ago and blah, blah, blah. We don't care. Those same people are now trying to use that against me. But why? What has changed? Oh, that I'm no longer fighting with QB? Like, what has really changed?
Nothing.
Or they just want to act like they're on the right side of justice. Like, yeah, we're backing up Seth Rogers against the poor, mean Granny. Failing to realize that he's a victim of this own filing. Failing to realize the vultures that have put their claws into him. I mean, there are people like that are literally backing up Betty all of a sudden.
Which is bizarre.
Bruce Castor's name is on this filing. Yes. His name is on this filing.
He's kind of a joke, though.
Well, that's the other thing. People are like, he's a former DA. Do you think a former DA? Yeah, think about it. Do you really think a former DA? Answer your own questions, for fuck's sake. Stop being stupid. Can't stand it.
Sometimes I feel like a lot of people think that lawyers are like impeachable, you know, like unimpeachable, sorry, in their character and what cases they'll take and things like that. I mean, that's just not true at all.
Well, not only that, but he is the Cosby guy. Think about it this way, right? When people are on the receiving end of attorneys, they always say like attorneys are no good, attorneys are known for lying, blah, blah, blah. But then when they want them to be so powerful, then they make them so powerful. I keep hearing like so many people are giving so much credit to these two that are on this filing that are non-existent. Like it just, I mean, like, did they even look these people up, or he's taking word of mouth?
I don't think they did look them up.
No, they didn't. There's no way they did, or they wouldn't have so much false information.
Particularly when it comes to Bruce Castor. And yeah, no, we just haven't seen anything further being furthered here. So I mean, until I just don't take it serious. I know it's serious, but I'm saying like I just don't understand why there's no furtherance here. Like, what's gone on? Did the money stop?
No.
Or they, what? On their end, I mean, you know?
No, I know what you're saying. Who's that Ricada Law? They think all attorneys are like up to standard and great people. I mean, look at Ricada Law.
Oh, Jimmy, come on now. I've had attorneys that worked for me have screwed me out of money like crazy. I mean, there's good attorneys, there's bad attorneys. You know, there just is. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter if they're working for you or against you. You know,
Right.
I
Yep.
don't know.
It's miraculous. It's all of it is amazing.
It really is. It's something else.
Well, Lisa, and that's what's sad about it, right? That she again, I've experienced, and I hate to give her any type of fucking leeway here, but she's aware. She's been warned herself. But she does currently have somebody in her ear who has no good intent for her. All she wants is for Brittany to push her agenda, which is why you have seen such a spike of, granny. And that's what this person did to another woman who's now no longer on the platform. She gets so far in people's heads and makes everything so dramatized and so serious. And it's all she does all day long. And I guarantee from the minute Brittany wakes up till well past midnight, she has this woman telling her all this shit all day long and making it so big and so serious. And it will be her downfall. It will be. Yeah, it's never ending. I mean, it's so bad for you mentally. It's so, and she's eating it up. I mean, this person was over there saying that, never mind. Please share FS info. Okay, so SF is out here, like I said, serving up facts for people. Oh, look at this. I don't even know who this is. So they're all saying that he lied about his documents or something, but I've offered to go on Twisted Ex-Con's show tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. so she can call the court to report me for forging the court documents she claims I did. That way I can be live on her show as she reports me for a felony. There's no reason she would decline my invitation unless she is a fraud trying to get viewers by using my name. So will she accept?
This is Laura?
Is that who it is?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, please. Oh, yeah, I see the comments now. I don't even know why people give her any attention.
It's crazy. Like at all. Give her no attention. She'll disappear.
Right, like Season says, why go on her show and boost her viewership? I mean,
Like,
that's
why
why
would
she
you do that?
Right, that's why she's doing what she's doing, is for attention, because nobody pays her any mind, no matter how much she desperately tries.
And she desperately tries.
Yeah, she tries, all right. She sounds so stupid every time she does, too.
It's actually pretty funny.
Man. Creators forget a lot of subs are here for the drama and not actually caring about the creators' well-being. No, we learn who's who and who's here for what. Believe me, Donna, we figure it out. We figure it out quickly. Like the people that were sitting with me and, being cordial with me and supporting me, and until I appear on panels of people they don't like. And then suddenly, I'm a big bad guy again. And it's so obvious. They always reveal themselves. So they are. So trying to clear his name. There are people that are claiming that SF lied about this filing. And of course, good old Kodo comes through with the truth. I don't want to play all of her video. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. She changed the voice to avoid being copy struck, but it just shows you how stupid. Breaking news, falsifying court documents, especially for a licensed PI. 271 views as of 6 hours ago. Can we put a round of applause for Karma finally catching up to these folks? I mean, a lot of these people can't get views unless they use other people's names. If they think they're so better than and they're so perfect and they know the way to do things and they're always gatekeeping how people should do things, then why don't you show by example? And the amount of people that are just attaching their names to things that have nothing to do with them, holy shit, your self-importance is way overpriced because you don't cross my mind to constantly think that I'm speaking on you.
I think a lot of people suffer from that.
It's sad, isn't it?
Kind of is.
It's like, I don't know, if it, like, why do you have to use other people in their situations to get attention? Like, you can't just go live and talk amongst your community about yourself, or is it because your community is based on common hate? And if so, do you really think that's a community?
You know what? That's a really good question. And I think sometimes that the answer is yes. A lot of communities are based on like a shared hatred of somebody or something, right?
Oh, absolutely. But that community doesn't last, right? Because if that's the only reason, and you can tell who shows up at people's streams and when. Like, for example, I was over in Nonsenses yesterday. First time ever I've ever seen two particular people commenting in there constantly about me. Like, you can tell who these people are, and people see it.
Yeah.
Right. So she goes live, and I mean, she's like, he's a professional fraud and he's a liar. And if you look it up, there's no documents.
She's so ridiculous.
Yeah. She says she's going to report his license to the board. And
then she was like, I think she had to make a retraction because she was like looking on the wrong website for the for the filing for the she was saying he was frauding, right? Like that it wasn't a real lawsuit. And then she had to like yeah, and she was wrong. She had to take that back. But then she was like, but he's still an asshole or whatever she said. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, man.
Even though I'm wrong, he's still an asshole. Like, what?
And then it's everybody else's fault she got it wrong, right?
Of course.
Her little moderator that gave her all this information to get wrong, let me tell you, that woman is everywhere.
Oh, I don't even know who you're talking about.
Oh, she mentions in here it was my moderator, Allie.
Oh,
yeah.
Allie writes?
Oh, yeah. What a little shit star and lying, toxic piece of shit.
He's still causing? Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. She's still involved in a whole bunch of shit. She has a whole sector calling her out now for doing the same thing to them, lying that they were doxing her and doing all these things. And they're like, no, the fuck we didn't. What are you talking
been doing
about?
This for years.
Yes, for literally years.
Years.
Mm-hmm.
Who, like, what? I don't understand the depths of the crazy people on this app. Sorry, I don't get it. Like,
No,
I'm pretty crazy, okay? But I ain't that crazy. I'm sorry.
No, and the biggest problem is, again, that a lot of these people want to just jump forward because they don't like somebody, right? So again, they go off of whatever they're told, without doing any research themselves, because they just want it to be true, and then they look like idiots.
But then they spend so much time like convincing themselves and others that these things are true that they didn't even research themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's miraculous.
That part makes no sense to me.
And you gotta love the ones that do it under the guise of religion too, right? Like, yeah, my hands to God.
That's next level. That's next level.
It is manipulation 101. And I know I went on a little rant and I got distracted, so I didn't finish it. And you had these idiots take it and try to say that I'm literally comparing the situation to the Holocaust. That is not at all what I'm doing at all. And they know it wasn't.
When did you say that? Or apparently said that.
What I actually said is it is an old tactic that is used, one that Hitler himself used.
Oh, propaganda.
Right. And that's all I got distracted, so I didn't get to finish what I was saying. But of course, a bunch of people try to twist it to what it wasn't and make it this big deal. And it's like, you fucking knew what I was saying. And if it was 4 months ago, you would have been in the chat participating in what I was saying.
100%.
That's what I can't stand. The fake
outrage, the selective outrage, the twisting and the spinning and the, oh God.
You did. Thank you, Lee. You absolutely took up for me and understood what I was saying. It drives me nuts because, listen, here's the thing. At the end of the day, as creators, we have all said and done some shit. Okay. We have all gotten either went live while we were too angry, while we were too upset, and we popped off at our mouths, every single one of us. There's only a few who will never take accountability for that. They will always find a reason why they didn't do what they did. I'm not going to continue to apologize for shit I said 3 years ago to people that weren't here, that don't know it, and are only getting bits and pieces of what actually took place. I'm not. Anybody who's ever had their family, especially their children, weaponized against them on here on social media has definitely lost their cool. You can't convince me otherwise.
Who wouldn't, you know?
Who wouldn't? Right. A lot of these people run around with known doxers calling other people doxers. It baffles me.
Well,
yeah, Amy, you've been here for years.
It's the old-fashioned YouTube hypocrisy.
Based on current alliances, based on current hate.
Yep. And it changes with the wind, you know?
Oh, it does. And that's why I get so mad. Like, listen, I know people make jokes about, having morals and blah, blah, blah. They used to call my friend Megan moral VR. Actually, I used to too. The fact of the matter is there's nothing wrong with having morals. There is a lot wrong with having selective morals.
Exactly. 100%. Be consistent, you know?
Absolutely. AFU girl, thank you so much. Thank you. That's the problem. Like, there isn't any consistency with it. It's selective.
It's selective, it's hypocritical, it's based on emotions a lot of the time, which sometimes is understandable, of course, if you're being doxxed or your children are being talked about, or, you know, many other things. But in this particular instance with this Rico lawsuit, I mean, I think it's just gone to a whole nother level that is just going into your real life so invasively for no reason. I mean, QB's lawsuit was similar, I believe. She didn't do any of these things that, well, Betty hasn't produced anything that I've seen. Same thing, these frivolous lawsuits. It's so crazy that it's gone to this level. It really wasn't this bad back in the day. And it was pretty bad, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think part of it too is people forget how bad each situation was and they think the following situation's worse. It's all been bad. And like Donna says here, most people have doxed when they have been doxed or threatened it. People feel the need to fight back at the same level. It's not okay, but I do understand the need to fight back or it will happen again. Here's what I've always said. I've always threatened to dox back. I've never actually doxed. I've never actually publicly doxed anybody. But I will say there are some people who purposely poke you and or dox you in hopes that you dox them back so they can say, look, she's a doxer. But they will never tell you what led to that dox. That is the sneaky game people play. Just like what's going on right now. You got Queen's being poked with her daughter in her daughter's car. And then you got people that are thinking that's okay to do, but then want outrage when Queen does it back. And it's like, it's wrong all across the board. Why is that not acceptable? But don't poke and poke and poke somebody with something so sensitive and then be shocked when they respond in an angry or revengeful way. Of course they're going to. Anybody would.
Especially when it comes to your children.
Right. There was somebody in the chat last night saying, I doxed her daughter. First off, what a fucking lie that is. They're friends with the person that doxed her daughter. But what they're not telling you is that they actually had a photo of my minor daughter on their community wall. And that their daughter is literally my age. We're the same age.
What?
The only thing I ever said was, don't worry about where I live. When you live with yours, that's it.
I just have really never cared about any of this stuff.
It's so stupid.
I've followed many people on here for years and years. Sure, you get curious about people or whatever, but I've never gone out to look for your name or where you live. It's just so fucking weird to me. Sorry for swearing, but it
No,
really is.
of course you can swear. Yeah. They
It
are, Wig.
really
They
is.
are.
They're a bunch of weirdos. If you do that stuff, you're a weirdo. Straight up.
Well, here's what really gets on my nerves, and we just got it right here. Granny, I truly believe the new group are seed in much of this divide to conquer and conquer. People fall for it. What they don't realize, is that these people have done this to several people before, and they always infiltrate communities on the same exact so-called agenda. Agenda for truth, agenda against doxing, agenda against going after kids. And what they do while there is everything they proclaim to be against. And they follow people and they push people to a fucking breaking point. So when that person responds, they can say, see, look, I told you. And I am shocked. I am literally shocked, and I am disappointed that there are people that are falling for this. And unless I say your fucking name, the shoe may fit, but don't claim I laced it. Okay? Because I am not putting a particular name with this, but some of y'all know better. You know exactly who and what this person is, and you are falling for it. Why? Well, agendas always get revealed. That's exactly what's happening, It's infuriating. I mean, they did it with the anti-MM community. Then they did it with the anti-Natasha community. Then they did it at the Watts Island community. And now they're doing it here. When were any of these people even over here? When did these people start visiting over here? Oh. Right. Think about it, Jem. Really. No, it's the truth, Voodoo. So if you respond to her, you're now talking about her kids. She's really found a great shield for herself. You were blamed for others' mental health struggles, yet none of them ever showed compassion for yours. No, and what did I do, Amy, when mine got bad? I fucking logged off.
That's what you should do.
Yep. Because it's only our responsibilities. But, you know, these people don't do those type of things. They don't gang stalk, harass, fucking, they don't do any of that. They're just great people here looking for justice. And
justice and Jesus, baby.
Yep. Never catch them at a church on a Sunday, though, do you?
Never.
Hey, Celia. Right, they're trying, though, Voodoo. And I'm just shocked that people would align themselves with, I mean, do we need a history lesson again? There's a particular male that a lot of these people know exactly who and what he is and what he stands for. But so long as he's in your chat hating on the same people, that's okay. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and compare it to how people feel about Clue. People are saying Clue's so bad. She shouldn't be welcome to any chats. But y'all welcome somebody who I personally and many others will deem worse than Clue, who has publicly said and done some of the most racist, bigoted shit ever. And that's okay because, hey, we have a common hate bond. All for extra chatters in the chat box, right? Tell me again about those morals. It's unbelievable. Yeah, Swamp Searcher. Scroll up, please. Sorry, I was on a whole rant. How far am I going? How about keeping folders on people? Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird.
Beyond weird. Okay.
How about people's only currency being private communications they've held with people over the years?
Again, beyond weird.
Hope you all open up your inbox to those people so we can see your communications in a few months. Oh, Colleen C. Oh, but he won't be. Yeah, remember why BJ got rid of him before for what he said about grape victims? Yep, sure do.
Oh,
sure
yeah.
do. We still have it.
Mm-hmm.
Blissful with the 33 months. Thank you so much. Oh, boy. Well, Jem, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this one up.
Okay. Thanks for having me up.
Thank you for coming up.
Okay.
Hey, Denise. It's always a pleasure. And I'm sorry I couldn't answer many questions, but unfortunately, I don't think any of us know the answers here other than the fact that it was a strong arm attempt. Oh, she was gone. Sorry. Yes, noticing in Granny's case, people are everywhere in chats. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. All of a sudden, all the things they know, because supposedly they got an email that makes me much worse. I'll tell you. Thank you so much, Mickey. Glad to be an asshat. Welcome to it. Thank you. We really didn't even. So the SF stuff, I know because I didn't really get into it. I do apologize. The SF stuff was what's right here. These people, I don't know why. Like, why are people suddenly going after SF, right? OG Fish with the 28 months. Thank you so much. Why would somebody get themselves involved in this? Why are so many people involving themselves in this? And then we're all going to pretend they're not all doing it under the guise of Sebastian Rogers? Because you are. Because this whole thing goes back to Sebastian. So are you now exactly what you call other people out for being? It makes you wonder. Just think about it. Right, because they can't stand the fact that he's out here serving people up with a dose of reality every single day. Again, he literally shows right here the paper documents. This moron then goes live and claims that he fabricated these, that he printed them up because she couldn't find them. I don't think you could find your way out of a paper bag, but, go ahead and believe that one. So then he comes back, shows the truth that it absolutely did take place, and challenges this person. And you might hear back say they want attention, but, they're a perfect example of you can have all the subs in the world. You could have 1 million subs, and you still can end up with 0 support. Subscriber count doesn't matter at the end of the day. What matters is who's active in the chats. Victoria, Andy, Jill, Lenny, Tracy, Cash, Denise, Voodoo, all of you. You all matter. Your sub count doesn't. Some people are so focused at having a high sub count that they lose everything for it. I mean, another perfect example. Who lost over 138 moderators? Riddle yourselves that one. And how does somebody who loses 138 moderators blame one person for all their problems? Now, SF did submit this to GoFundMe. I had nothing to do with it. My comment is on pin, please. I was watching the kitty so he didn't get kicked off the mantle. He's wilding out up there. Hey, Kodo. I asked everybody, and of course, SF he doesn't owe me anything, but I definitely made sure I said, can you please not report her for several reasons? Well, SF didn't give a fuck because, he doesn't have to. So he went and he reported it. And what does Betty what does Betty do in response? She makes a post where she slanders me and claims I'm being charged with Rico. Lord have mercy. Blessed be the fruit. Again, thanks to Heather Cohen. Now, Dateline has mentioned Sebastian before, but because Heather Cohen was recently aired with them, they made this post. Thanks to Heather Cohen, not anybody else. It was Heather Cohen that did this. And then let me go over here and show you this really quick. Betty's really utilizing that second channel of hers, isn't she? Going down. Sorry, hold on. I'm looking for it. I love the memes over here. They're great. Bear with me. I'm so sorry. Oh, this. Okay. This is what people think that I'm hiding from. People are cheering this ridiculousness on. We're 8 months in. Thank you, Regina. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please consider doing so now. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's an easy way to show a channel support, and it's free. People are running with this as factual. I chased off 100 subs saying I was leaving when I wasn't. My bad. Anybody? We have a missing 15-year-old. Does anybody have time for riddles? Because that's all we've gotten. Cash, I liked, disliked, never liked. Well, thank you, Cash. I guess that helps. Fall, winter, spring, summer. Fall, summer, winter, spring, summer. What is this? Is this a game? Is this a joke? We're playing fucking Riddler? And at what expense? Because now you have idiots out here claiming that Sebastian is connected to Summer Wells, and they're believing it off of this. And this is why they do it the way they do it. They do it this way so that idiots will interpret it however they want, and they can act like they have no responsibility for it. I think it's beyond disturbing. I think it's beyond disturbing to turn a missing child's case into a personal vendetta and a damn game. That's what I think. Well, this today isn't Butter Crumpet, but the main overall thing is. But you're right, this part isn't. This is just, I don't even know what you would call this. A gross joke? I don't know. I don't know, but I know a lot of people no longer want to even speak because of all of this, so. I'm glad that Heather Cohen. Oh, here it is. I forgot to show you all this one. I just like, there's people coming out claiming that this little girl was Summer. Oh, here we go. Check this one out. If they're getting pushback for not being at the vigil for Sebastian. Portion of the proceeds from my upcoming meet and greet in Gunnersville, Alabama will be dedicated to Sebastian Rogers to support him upon his return home. We won't stop until we bring him back. Stop what? Stop what? What has he even started? That was their intent, Kim, was to shut all of us up from focusing on facts so they can overwhelm the internet with their bullshit, quite frankly. So is this going in a trust fund? What's the percentage? When will we see it? Is he taking digs at TBI Sumner County with that? No, I don't even know what he's doing. Who knows? Sounds like ramblings of a madman. Kind of like the whole fucking filing does. Ramblings of a maniac. So he says that. And then if you go down here, he's actually called out. It seems caution is in order when buying dog event tickets. We are getting reports that Dog no-showed this event, and allegedly people lost some money they spent on tickets. Does anyone know anything about this past event? So Dog responds, "Hey, Bounty Nation, it's come to my attention that this post is circulating around. Can we just take a moment to recognize that the melon felons, the MFers, are bigger than Bounty Nation?" Love that. Thank you all for being here. I was extremely excited to be at the event shown below, but unfortunately, due to Hurricane Helen, I was unable to be at this event due to obvious circumstances out of my control. Helene, not Helen, sorry. My team and the event promoters did everything we could to get there, but the travel was out of our control. We are sorry for anyone who bought tickets that I couldn't meet. I love you all. Just not enough to give you a refund. That said, please be aware of the Chapman Family Fans page. It's literally a fan page. Not associated with any of our team and family members. This page does not fact check before posting and constantly post false information. Okay, Sean and Nicholas. Huh. Hell yeah, Sarasaurus. That's right, Colleen. Because he was almost not realized as a plan to circumvent an accurate poly. That's a good question. Ballin'. Can we just be all realists for a moment and address the fact that the whole group has waged a hate campaign against everyone they can't buddy up to raise funds? What's disturbing to me is that Granny is allegedly hindering an investigation, yet you have a psychic tarot reading claiming to be talking to Sebastian's spirit and saying where he can be found. But yet then you have these guys now coming out saying Sebastian is alive and that he's an endangered runaway, which we have stated over here on this channel for 8 months, despite what they put in their declarations. We have always maintained that. So there you have it. So he gets this pushback, and then all of a sudden, people are asking him in his posts, well, why aren't you going to be there for Sebastian? Are you ever going to go to Tennessee for Sebastian? Blah, blah, blah. And then he comes down and says, oh, a portion will go to. What portion? 1%? 2%? No percent? Summer, winter, spring, fall? Thank you, Cheese. It was good to see you. No. From one plaintiff to the next to the next. They all have different narratives. It's really a shame, Rabbit. It's almost like they never even spoke to the attorneys. It's pretty weird. So SF is out here still killing it, doing his thing. This man did all of this while recovering from a surgery. Also, there was an idiot that went live and was like, my reading on Granny said November was going to be a bad month for her. You do realize that you're wrong, regardless of what you claim, because everything took place in October. I actually think November is going to be a great month for me, but we'll see. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. You could be right. Can't even figure out what's going to happen in your life tomorrow, but yeah, sure. You read me. Okay. I also found this to be funny, so we'll just share this for a good laugh. Looks like you cooked the wrong brand, Cupcake. Oh. I think her channel is that channel that's suddenly being really loud and being pushed in the algorithm. It will be if all of us have anything to say with it. Thank you. That's what I'm thinking, Cambry. So essentially, he added that part to try to make people feel bad about wanting their money back. Right. Because instead of refunding people for not showing up to a paid meet and greet, he's now going to tell people that the percentages are going to Sebastian. Yeah, but I'm going to talk to a few people, Tracy, and if it's worth it, I'll show you all how crazy this woman is. How she faked police coming to her door. How she went manic around the holidays. Tried to ruin all of our holidays, including potatoes. Took money from people and then hid for a while and came back like it never happens. So I don't know why she's trying to read into me. Well, you need to read into yourself, Tuts. Or maybe like a therapist handbook. I don't know. By the way, saying somebody should get therapy is not defamation, nor is it diminishing mental health. It's actually acknowledging it, which I think is something we should all do. There's quite a few of these funny memes up here. How shall I use another? And then we will wrap it up. Appreciate you all being here with me today. Oh, look, we can add the latest one onto this. Yay! Psychics. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's so much that law enforcement knows that we don't. Let me just tell you all that. If there's one thing I've learned because of this BS, it is that they know a lot more, which we all suspected. I mean, obviously. But they do know a lot more than we know because we're not entitled to it. And some of the people involved in all this nonsense, they know it too. Which is really just shameful. It just shows even more that they are using a missing child for their personal vendettas. Oh, this one. Check this out. I think I'm going to move to Tennessee and become a taxpayer and own all the residents' rights that will allow me to vote the corrupt law enforcement out of office. Ha ha. I'm sure my precious little coffee beans will fund me and make sure I have the best of everything. Who knows? I may even move into that high dollar neighborhood in Stafford County. Just saying. Hey, Rowena. Look at that. I mean, that's a true quote there. She did quote say that. Oh gosh, her cooking's scary. Like, what in the God's green earth is that? Is it even edible? Ugh. And why are we posting our cooking like we're 12 again? Like, oh, congratulations, honey. You'll get better as time goes on. I mean, what is this? Final product. Again, like we're 12. All right, I'm out of here. I appreciate all of you. I didn't even stay on topic with my own stream, but whatever. It's been a few days. I haven't been feeling well. Finally feeling back to semi-normal. I appreciate all of you being here with me this morning. If you haven't, would you please consider hitting the thumbs up? I hope you all have a great Monday. Make sure you vote. It's very important you vote. Right, but don't, what did I say? Don't forget to vote, everyone. Right, but don't assume and fail to report. Watching, don't you consider that a threat to the Proudfoots that she may move close to them? Well, yeah, of course. And I'm sure a judge will as well. You know, again, this is what I keep saying. These people act like they have these high-end attorneys and they're doing all these things, yet they're doing everything an attorney would tell you not to do. They're speaking way too much. They're contradicting themselves. They're showing their cards. They're doing everything they shouldn't be doing. And it's going to be pretty embarrassing if reputations are ruined by having unstable and uneducated plaintiffs. New kid in town. I hope you're not in court for anything bad. I hope it's a good court hearing, unlike what somebody's going to have in 16 days. And one may even have sooner. I'll keep you all posted about that as well. Right, wishing harm on a judge's grandchild? What the frick's wrong with people? You know I'm voting Gary. Pretty in pink. People could go after dog for taking money and not rendering services. You can't do that. I don't think dog has a good reputation when it comes to money and Owen and all those things. I don't know. Right. Everybody says they are retired EMT unless it comes from somebody they like or it's done to somebody they dislike. It's always the way it goes. We know that already. I'm so over it. Again, if people are going to put things on me, show proof. Don't go by what somebody said or somebody heard or da-da-da. Or, oh, it's in this filing, da-da-da. There's a lot of mistruths and many filings. It's infuriating. You can dislike me for whatever reason. You can dislike me because you heard something I said 3 years ago. You can dislike me because you heard something I said 3 minutes ago. I don't really give a shit. But at least back up what you were saying with proof. Tired of people going off feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings. All right, stay safe, everybody. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And yeah, stay safe out there.